Oh boy, do I have some explaining to do. Okay. So I know we all agreed and it was voted upon by everybody in the chat to watch the Nets versus Cavs game tonight. Here is the issue. I put up a community post that fully breaks down the reason why I had to switch it tonight. But I'll explain it a little bit here right now before the game tips off. So, I forgot that the Yes Network and the MSG networks folded into each other, came to a compromise to create the Gotham Sports app, which is where I watch my Knicks games. It is a streaming platform that streams the MSG network content and also now the Yes Network content. Prior to this season, I was subscribed to MSG Plus so I could watch our Knicks. $300 a year. That's how much it costs to watch the Knicks. And you used to be able to watch the Yes Network on theyesnetwork.com. And you used to be able to watch Nets games that way. No longer the case. No longer the case because they folded into each other. It's now one package, but there's two separate packages. And because I was only subscribed to the MSG Network, it automatically only has me subscribed to the MSG Network. So I don't get the Yes Network in the package. So I can't watch Nets games unless I upgrade the package. And in order to upgrade the package, it's going to cost me, I believe it was $360 in order to upgrade it, which would, take me into next season. But like, I can't do that right now. I can't just cough up $360 right now just to watch the Nets game. So unfortunately for this season, the Brooklyn Nets games are off the table. We are not doing Brooklyn Nets games unless it's a nationally televised game and the Knicks don't play that night, which the way the Nets season is going to start to go, considering they just traded one of their few and only ball handlers, Dennis Schroeder, is they're not going to get on national TV all that often, if at all, for the rest of the year. I don't know how many nationally televised games they have left, if they have any, or even if they've had any so far this year. But the fact of the matter is, I didn't realize that when I put the poll up. How could I have remembered that? We don't pay attention to the Nets. But either way, I apologize for not thinking about that ahead of time. I definitely should have. But I thought about simply just canceling the streams tonight. It's like, you know what? Couldn't do the game. It is what it is. I could still work on other stuff behind the scenes, and then we get back to doing games tomorrow. Either way, it was like, all right, well, let's just pick another game. What was second on the docket? It was this Pistons versus Heat game. It was my second pick. I believe it was tied with the Bulls game, which if they're tied and I have my own choice, I'm definitely watching the Pistons. I like the Pistons. Pistons are a good young team. They're up and coming. I really like Cade Cunningham. I've always liked Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham, I really liked him in high school. I really liked him at Oklahoma State in college. And I've really liked him in the NBA, and I think he's a future star with some superstar potential. I think the kid is good, man. I think the kid is real good. And so I really like this Piston teams. I like Duran. I like Ivy. I've always liked Ivy, even, coming out of Purdue. They're a really good, competent team this year. So any chance we're going to get to be able to watch the Pistons play, I'm down for it. 3GPs, I wouldn't pay 10 cents to watch the Nets. See, another thing, too, about the Gotham Sports app is I was almost sure. I was like, I forgot that was a thing. But it's okay because you can pay for individual Knicks games. If you're like, I don't want the package, I just want to watch this one Knicks game, you can pay for individual Knicks games. It's still super expensive for no reason. It's like $8 or something like that for one game, which is ridiculous. But I was like, all right, you know what? I'll pay whatever it is, $8, $10, whatever, for the one Nets game, Nets versus Cavs, so we can do the stream tonight. You're not allowed to purchase single Nets games. You're only allowed to purchase single Knicks games, which makes no sense to me as a streaming service. And so every other option I looked at, it wasn't going to fly, especially considering that I live in the New York, New Jersey area, which means it's a blackout game, which means we can't even watch it on NBA League Pass, which I'm also subscribed to. So it just became a mess of trying to watch a team it wasn't worth it for the one game, right? So I ended up switching it. My apologies, but it is what it is, right? It's just the Nets. I kind of was looking forward to watching the Cavs play, but we'll keep track of that game. It is a 7:30 start time. So this game will end by the time that game ends, but it'll likely end in a blowout, especially considering the Dennis Schroeder trade. Bernard Johnson, what's up, Bernard? Niall, what's up, Niall Dimitri? We got 3GP, Karen, Big Rud, what's up, Big Rud? Appreciate everybody. We got my man Ricardo, not Joe. Ricardo Brothway and Ricardo Cepeda. Both Ricardos in the chat tonight. What's poppin', everybody? All right, we're getting ready for the tip tonight. Jimmy Butler with the colored hair, man. Once you start dyeing your hair like that, there's something going on in the background. There's something going on in his personal life. None of my business, but it's just something I always notice. If you're gonna start dyeing your hair crazy colors like that consistently, there's something going on at home. I hope he's all right. I hope everything's good in the Butler household. But either way, Miami wins the tip and we're off and running. Tyler Hero bringing it down. Tyler Hero having a fantastic season so far. Hero gets it over to Butler. It's nice and easy to identify Jimmy Butler now where he is on the court. Butler gets it over to Robinson, curling off a Adebayo screen. All-Star Thompson saw that lob coming all the way, gets the pass, goes all the way down and blows the layup. Duren does keep the ball alive, but it's out of bounds. Come on, All-Star, you got to keep that. You got to get that layup to go. Beautiful, beautiful. U4, 12214. What's poppin', my guy? We cannot show the game, unfortunately, brother. That will immediately get the stream pulled. Unfortunately. 3GP said voted for the 76ers. It was tied. That's who were the 76ers playing? Charlotte, I think. It was tied between them and this game. So if it were up to me, which if I got to be the tiebreaker, I'm choosing this Pistons game. Hopefully it's a good game. Oftentimes, and honestly, I don't want to watch Philly play. Philly's a disaster on both sides of the ball. Jared McCain, who's one of the more fun things going on with Philly, is out. So it's just. I am hosed to it, said you wouldn't get banned because you could just say it's NBA 2K. No, you can still get banned, boss. You can still get banned because it is not NBA 2K, in fact. Miami hits the three. Cunningham has it up top, coming to his left. Nice inside pass to Thompson, who set the screen, but he, again, mishandles the ball, able to save it, kicks it out. Michael Beasley lines up a three, gets it to go. Malik Beasley, excuse me. Jeez Louise. But tied at three. Tyler Hero, nice pump fake, fly-by defense from Thompson. Can't get the three to go. Duren with the rebound. And Duren's going to bring it down. What are we doing, Jalen Duren? Bring it. You think you bam out of Adebayo all of a sudden? Now he has him in the post, spinning along the baseline, going under the basket, kicks it out to Thompson. Thompson, jab step, coming to his left. He's got Hero guarding him. Hero struggling on defense this year, although he is taking a nice leap offensively. They kick it back out to Malik Beasley, crosses over to his right, a pull-up jumper over Bam, and knocks it down right between the eyes of Bam Adebayo. Duncan Robinson bringing it down. They call a foul. Tyler Hero bringing it down. I'm going to get Duncan Robinson and Tyler Hero confused all night long. Tyler Hero does get fouled out on the perimeter, just handling the ball, trying to bring it down. Butler has it up top, being guarded by Cunningham. I like that Cunningham takes the toughest defensive assignment every night. I like it. They get it over to Bam. Bam in the post, being guarded by Duren. What you got, Duren? Jab step, in and out dribble, driving to his left, across the lane, fall away over Duren. Nice defense from Duren. Better offense from Bam, getting the shot to go down. Cunningham on the left wing, being guarded by Hero. This is exactly what he wants. He's going to look to take advantage now. They bring a double, kicks it out Hardaway, an open three, knocks it down. And Cunningham generating wide open looks for his team right now. 8-5. Adebayo up top, gets it over to Butler on the right wing. Coming to his left off the Bam screen. Stopping, pump faking, kicks it out. Robinson, they run him off the line. He's going to drive it down. Ball knocked loose by Thompson. Thompson, a fantastic defender, making life very difficult, but he can't get the ball out. Finds its way back to Bam, who gets fouled by Duren. Thompson, you got to just squeeze onto that thing, maybe call a timeout. I know you don't want to use the timeout earlier in the game, but it's better than that. Better than that. So Adebayo is going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. It's 8-5 early. It's 8-5 early. But it does feel like Detroit is a little bit smoother, operating a lot crispier offensively. Everything seems a little bit like it's a struggle right now for the Pistons. I mean, for the Heat. Fontecchio coming in for All-Star Thompson early here. No Tobias Harris tonight, by the way, which is why Thompson got the start. Adebayo goes 2 for 2 at the foul line. And the Pistons will bring it down. Cunningham has it up top, being guarded by Butler. Coming to his left off the Hardaway Jr. screen. He's going to get the switch onto Tyler Hero. I feel like the Heat are just switching way too easily. As Cunningham just walks him down to the front of the basket and knocks down a righty hook over him easily. Hero driving it down. Nice hesitation move on Fontecchio. Gets an easy layup out of it. Cunningham looking to respond. Fakes the handoff. Keeps it, but ball knocked loose. He dives on it. Can't keep it alive. Hero comes up with it. They swing it out. Hero with the left corner three, can't get it to go. Duren with the rebound. Quick hit ahead to Hardaway. Hardaway on the left wing, dancing with it, coming to his right in transition, a pull-up three. A terrible shot, but he's feeling it and he's got it going. Duncan Robinson up top gets it over to Butler. Butler on the left wing, jab step, driving to his right, going along the baseline, and banks it in. Over Hardaway Jr., who was coming over for the help. Bernard Johnson said, Detroit is a good team that plays hard, and they are young, so watch out, Heat. For sure. I got Detroit over the Miami in this one, for sure. Fontecchio driving it down to his left, misses it, but Duren right there for the offensive rebound and putback. And it feels like Detroit's kind of getting whatever they want right now. Butler has it up top, gets it over to Hero, coming to his right, being guarded by Hardaway. I don't really like that matchup, but they get it over to Bam. Now back to Hero, driving to his left. He's got space, getting down the lane, gets swatted by Jalen Duren. Ball knocked loose. Cunningham picks it up. He's driving it all the way down, attacking Duncan Robinson. Gets the finger roll to go and a foul on Duncan Robinson. Very close to a charge, but they give him the blocking foul. So now Cunningham's going to go to the foul line for one more. I like the patience and the controlled nature of Cade Cunningham in that transition. He wasn't out of control at all. Knew exactly what he wanted to get to. Could definitely be a charge. But I think they called the flop. I think the referee acknowledged Cunningham didn't wildly go into Duncan, and Duncan took a little bit of the contact and then flopped down. But Cunningham does miss the free throw. Maybe ball don't lie. Hero has it up top. Quick crossover to his right on Cunningham, driving it down, going under the basket, kicks it out to Bam. Bam, extra pass in the corner to Drew Smith. Extra pass to Duncan Robinson. Beautiful cut, but he misses the floater in the lane. And rebound by Duren. Here comes Cunningham. Cunningham on the right wing, dancing with it, driving to his left, spinning back to his right, blowing past Drew Smith, and he gets the easy layup to go, and a timeout for Miami. Cade Cunningham already giving them the work. He's already giving Miami the work. I love to see it. I really, really do. One of my favorite players in the league. Big Taz, what's up, Big Taz? Daniel Berry Sports, what's up, Daniel? Karen said, thanks again. Game on radio is blacked out for me again. That's unfortunate. It's stupid. 3 hours and 54 minutes away and blacked out. That is crazy. You're about 4 hours away and you still can't watch that game. I get it. If it wasn't for paying $300 a year, I wouldn't be able to watch the Knicks because I no longer have cable. And even though I'm subscribed to NBA League Pass, I get blacked out, and I wouldn't be able to watch the Knicks. So sometimes you just got to bite the bullet. Detroit's looking real smooth and crisp so far to start. Cunningham looks very much in control. If you guys remember the game where Detroit beat the Knicks, Cunningham controlled that game from start to finish, and this is a very, very similar start to it, where Cunningham is, he's getting the matchups he wants. If you're switching Tyler Hero onto him, he's going to put his back into him. He's going to back him down, get to his spot. If you're not going to switch and you're going to go under screens, he's going to knock down jump shots. If you're going to try and fight over them screens, he's too big, too tall, too strong, too talented. You're going to get to his spot and knock down layup after layup after layup because he's gotten bigger, he's gotten stronger as he's been in the league. And it's coming through tonight. And it's come through pretty much all season as Detroit has an 8-point lead on Miami earlier in the game. Nathaniel Quaida, he said, show it. I wish I could, brother. I wish I could. Miami's offense teams, Tyler Hero or bust. I'm not going to lie. they don't have much going on for themselves right now. All right, we're going to get ready to get back into it after the timeout. Bernard Jensen, yes, I remember that game, Sheffy. Wow, they took it to the Knicks. They did. No Jaden Ivey tonight, no Tobias Harris tonight for the Pistons, out with injuries. But as long as they have Cunningham, they have a way to win. He has absolutely been the difference this season for them. Drew Smith for the Heat, bringing it down. A little over 7 minutes to go. And Hero has it up top, being guarded by Thompson, who's back into the game. Thompson, a fantastic defender. We'll see if he can give Tyler Hero problems tonight. Butler has it up top, being guarded by Cunningham. Coming to his right off a Bam screen, a high Bam screen. They kick it over to Smith. Coming to his left. Cunningham switches onto him in the lane. Pump fakes, kicks it out. Bam in the corner. They don't go for the pump fake. Bam's going to put up the corner three at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Cunningham, a big, strong rebound, and he's going to bring it down. Cunningham loses the ball off his leg, but Duren able to pick it up and tries to hit Hardaway cutting back door, and the ball is loose. Bad pass from Jalen Duren, trying to do too much. Hardaway wasn't ready for it. Bobbled it. And now they hit Duncan Robinson with a sidestep right wing three, and he splashes in nothing but net. And that's usually what happens. Bad execution offensively leading to a turnover, ending up in a wide open three in transition the other way. Cunningham up top to get it over to Duren, hands it off to Hardaway, gets an open space in the right wing for a three, but comes up short. Adebayo with the rebound, and here comes Drew Smith for the Heat. Smith on the right wing, being guarded by Fontecchio, up top to Bam. Adebayo trying to get it to Hero. Good denial with defense right now. Now Hero has it up top. Coming to his left, off the screen. He's got space. Coming down the lane. High floater off glass. Gets it to go over Thompson, over Duren. Fantastic shot from Tyler Hero right there. And now Cade will bring it down. Looking to answer on the other end. 19-16. Quickly, Miami getting back into it. A quick 5-0 run. Thompson with the pass fake is going to settle for the three and rattles it in. Some confidence from the perimeter from All-Star Thompson. Was a below sub 30% three-point shooter last year for the Pistons. Butler spinning towards the baseline, picks his dribble up. They show two defenders. Now he steps through. Now he steps back, kicks it out. Drew Smith, left corner three, splashes it, nothing but net. Where do these players come from for the Heat? Drew Smith knocking down shots. Three-point game, 22-19. Cunningham, cross-court pass to Hardaway, catches, pump fakes, one dribble to his left, puts up the three, comes up short, hit the front of the rim, bounces on it, but Hero secures it with the rebound. Here he comes, bringing it down, up top in transition, trying to put the moves on Fontecchio, leaves it off for Robinson. They leave him wide open, more concerned about Hero, but Robinson can't make him pay. Cunningham with the rebound, he's pushing it the other way. Cunningham up top, being guarded by Robinson, kicks it out, Fontecchio up top, tried to hit the backdoor cut to Tim Hardaway Jr., terrible decision, picked right off by Bam. Bam in transition, leaves it off for Hero. They do a good job of closing the airspace on him. Hero picks his dribble up and hits Butler back door. And then they call a late foul on Duren, compounding the issue of giving up the open layup in transition there. Oh my goodness. The trials and tribulations of a bad team there for Detroit. A young, inexperienced team right there for Detroit. Jalen Duren, a silly foul on Jimmy Butler. Obviously, Jimmy knows how to sell them things. Very minimal contact there after the dunk. Jalen Duren, who was already leaning towards him, had his arms out, made contact with Butler as he's hanging on the rim after the dunk. Jimmy absolutely knows how to sell that. Flails his legs, waves his arm up, yells at the ref, gets the foul call. Relic of the Soul, what's up, Relic? Appreciate you, brother, appreciate you. Butler's at the foul line for 2 free throws here. Jimmy misses the free throw, though. Ball never lies. Ball never lies. We got a timeout from Detroit. Interesting timeout. Very interesting timeout. But it's now a 1-point game. So at one point it was 11-19. It was a nice 8-point lead for Detroit. Looked like they were going to start building momentum. Nice timeout from Spoelstra in the Heat. And then they come right back out, get themselves back into the game. And they're doing it in transition. Getting stops, forcing turnovers, getting out and getting some easy ones. Lining up threes, hitting their shooters in transition. The previous play that hit Butler cutting towards the basket in transition. If you are a team that struggles offensively, we saw it the other night when the Knicks played the Magic. If you are a team that knows you struggle to score points in the half court, really your best option is to lock in defensively. Not just to keep the score as low as possible because you're going to struggle to score points tonight, but to force turnovers, grab defensive rebounds, and get the other team in transition, get them mismatched, get them talking defensively, get them moving, and it gives you an opportunity to capitalize on the confusion. And an experienced team like this Miami Heat between Butler and Bam and Hero, who all three of those guys have been through battles together. You swap out some of those role players, but even Duncan Robinson's been through battles with them. He was a part of both of those finals run teams. So they can take advantage of situations like this where they're playing a younger, less experienced team, the Detroit Pistons. And right now, that's really the real reason why Miami is within 1 point of Detroit, because for the most part, it feels like Detroit's kind of outplayed them pretty much majority of the game, but Miami is using their experience and their know-how to hang around. 4:30 left to go here in the first quarter. I never even updated my board. We did end up beating Orlando. That is a win for our Knicks. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 2 on the month. Not bad at all. Obviously, we would like it 2 less losses on the record this month, but 5 and 2 is not bad. Not bad. We got Minnesota coming up on Thursday. And this is, I believe, the earliest start to the game. I believe. But let's open this up. And we'll get our box score ready for after the quarters. And Cunningham bringing it down after the timeout, being guarded by Drew Smith. Drew Smith doing a good job of hounding him full court. Jaime Jaquez switches onto him now. Beef Stew is also in for the Pistons. The Pistons swinging it around. Malik Beasley settles for a three, lightly contested, and he knocks it down anyway. The Pistons are lining these threes up right now, knocking them down. Jimmy Butler bringing it down, has it up top, being guarded by Cunningham. Butler gets it over to Love, being guarded by Beef Stew, and then a bullet pass from Love inside to Butler. Butler blows the layup, but he gets his own rebound. And they get it into Tyler Hero, who kicks it back out to Love for the three. Can't get it to go. Thompson with the rebound. He's out and running. Thompson goes up. Oh, my goodness. Are they going to call the blocking foul on Drew Smith? Who has that idea? All-Star Thompson just rises up with 2 feet and almost clears Drew Smith by jumping over him. Almost. But he misses the dunk. But my goodness, the athleticism to do that, to take that contact and still go up and almost flush it down with 2 hands. Thompson's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. My goodness. Thompson does miss the free throw. He's not a very good free throw shooter. Thompson, this is the first one. He's got one more coming. Does knock down the second one. Butler on the left wing, up top to Love. Love back to Butler. Butler being guarded by Cunningham. Dancing with it. Swings it over to Jaquez. Jaquez pump fakes, driving to his right. They leave him absolutely butt naked, wide open. Full clear lane to the basket, and he lays it up and in with the left hand. Terrible defense from the Pistons there. Cunningham bringing it down now. Being guarded by Smith. They swing it over, or tried to swing it over. And Malik Beasley just threw it away. I thought it was tipped out of bounds because it was nowhere near his teammate. The rookie Ron Holland is checking in for the Pistons here. He had a nice game the other night in a blowout loss. Drew Smith bringing it down for the Heat. And now gets it over to Butler. Butler being guarded by the rookie Holland. This is not a good matchup. Butler coming to his left off the screen, attacking Stewart, leaves it off for Drew Smith for an easy lefty layup. Holland, you got lost there. If you got blown by and Stewart's going to pick up your guy, you got to rotate over to his guy. And back to a one-point game, 26-25, under 3 minutes to go. They get it into Stewart. Stewart driving it down, puts up the floater, gets it to go over Love. Not the greatest of defense from either of these teams right now. Butler had it down low, lost it. Good defense from Fontecchio. Bad pass from Love. Ron Holland picks it up. He's coming all the way down. Puts it up, floater off glass, can't get it to go. Out of control move from Holland there. Now Jaquez picks it up. Now it's a 2-on-1. They get it over to Butler. Bad pass. Butler's got to go out to retrieve it. Has it in the right corner. Puts up the corner three and rattles it in. Butler obviously not known for his three-point shots, but if you let him line it up like that, definitely knock him down on you. Marcus Sasser for the Pistons has it up top. And it looks like the Pistons are in a zone. They swing it out to Holland. They want him to shoot it. But he makes them pay, knocking down the left corner three. Jaime Jaquez bringing it down, has it on the right wing. Being guarded by Holland. Jaquez is going to look to take him to the post. Jab step, pump fake, step through, flips it up to the left hand. Great defense from Holland. And then it's going to end up being a jump ball as both guys fall on top of the ball. Great defensive play from Ron Holland. Getting it on both ends right now. Okay, Ron Holland, I see you. I see the rookie. Knock down the three. They said you can't shoot. Knock down the three there. They said you were a below-average defender. Nice defense there in the post against a bigger, stronger, more experienced player in Jaime Jaquez. Now, he is just a second-year player, but he is much older. Ron Holland, 19. Jaquez, what, 23 now? A 4-year college player Jaquez was. Now, jump ball here. Ron Holland wins it. And here comes Sasser. Sasser bringing it down, has it up top, coming to his right, dancing with it. Kicks it over to Fontecchio inside the Stewart. Stewart backing down Love. Stops, leans in, flips it up with the right hand. A wild hook shot. I don't like that shot at all from Stewart. Missed it. Love with the rebound. Bailing out the Heat's defense there. You didn't really make him work. Butler has it on the right wing as Stewart switches onto him. Butler's going to look to dance. He's trying to get it into Love, but good defense from Fontecchio, making it a difficult catch. Love faces up and then just bullies his way to the front of the basket and lays it up and in. That's just an old man move right there from Kevin Love as the Heat once again shrink the lead down to 1, 31-30. They've been trading baskets since about the 4-minute mark here. Stewart trying to get it right back with the pump fakes. Now spins, flips it up with the right hand, and he gets the hook shot to go down that time. Both teams have been dicing each other up here. Rozier has it up top. Holland switches onto him. Rozier gets it over to Jaquez. Jaquez driving to his left, trying to spin back. He does get to it, and then Stewart comes over with the block shot, but they call a goaltending on Stewart, who is just a half second too late for that block shot attempt. Gets it off the backboard. That was a close one. I don't know. Let's see this angle. Oh, yep, definitely a goaltend. Definitely a goaltend. Bernard Johnson said Detroit has shooters. Inconsistent shooters. Malik Beasley's inconsistent. We know Tim Hardaway Jr., his whole career has been defined by inconsistency as Beasley misses a mid-range pull-up jumper. Butler with the rebound, bringing it down, has it on the right wing. Puts up the three on the right wing. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Holland with the rebound. And gets it over to Sasser. Sasser bringing it down. He's going to look to get a good shot here with the time in the first quarter winding down here under 30 seconds. About a 9-second difference between game clock and shot clock. So the Heat should get the ball back here. Stewart has it up top, hands it off to Sasser. Sasser dancing over the top to Stewart. Stewart, bullet pass in the corner. Terrible pass from Stewart. Flies right over the head of Ron Holland, and it goes out of bounds. Blowing opportunity after blowing opportunity. Come on, Stewart. Bernard Johnson said, wow, Kevin Love is still playing. He's still out there doing his thing. Doing his thing. Drew Smith gets it into Rozier. Holland went for the steal, so now it's a 5-on-4. They get it over to Love, wide open on the left wing for a three at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Thompson with the rebound. He's got 2 seconds to get it off. Gets it over to Sasser. Sasser driving it down. Ball poked loose, out of bounds, and .1 on the clock for the Pistons here at the end of the first. They'll unlikely get this lob attempt to go in. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. They tried to lob it into Stewart, but again, .1 has to hit your fingertips for literally half a second, a fraction of a second, and they can't get it to go. So it's going to be 33-32. And Detroit, their largest lead of the game was 8. Miami's largest lead of the game was 3 when they led 3-0. So not much at all. Detroit, for the most part, I feel like they've had this game under control. And part of the reason why Miami is still in it right now is, 1, their experience. 2, Jimmy Butler kind of just being like, all right, give me the ball. Give me the ball. I'm going to make sure we stay in this game right now. But, you know, they've used their veteran savvy to get out in transition, get out on the break, and get some easy ones. They have struggled to get clean looks in the half court, which is why they are pushing it on the Pistons right now. But with all that being said, it's a 1-point game. The Pistons struggling with consistency defensively right now. Obviously, they got some work to do. Bernard Johnson said, wow, Stewart, what are you doing out there? Yeah, not the greatest of minutes there from Isaiah Stewart. Had some nice moments here and there, but, you know, sloppy turnover. You know. Mr. Sports, what's up, Mr. Sports? My guy. Let's pull up the box score. There we go. I grab this and put that there. And then we can go here, and then go here, and then we can do this and hit this button right here. Oh, looks like we're getting right back to go back into the game. But Philly and Charlotte was the other option tonight. Embiid is still out with the fracture in his face. If you guys didn't know, nasal fracture, so broken nose, I guess. And then Jared McCain with a meniscus tear, so he's going to be out for an extended period of time. So part of the reason why I chose not to watch Philly tonight. But they're beating up on the Hornets, who I think no, LaMelo's playing. LaMelo's back. But these are the 2 early games here. And then we got Bulls Raptors later tonight, and then obviously Cavs and Nets. We'll keep an eye on that one and how that goes. But here we go. We're back into it. Beasley has it up top for the Pistons. Gets it over to Cade, who's back into it to start the second quarter. Over the top pass to Holland. Holland driving it down. Flips it up with the left hand. You got to hit that pass to the corner. Fontecchio, he's wide open, Holland. You got to know. You got to see it. Duncan Robinson in transition to pull up 3. Can't get it to go. Stewart with the rebound. Here comes Cunningham. Home run pass. Ball got tipped up by Jaquez. Not a great pass there. Both teams hustling to the ball right there. And it's out of bounds on, who is that, Rozier? Or Highsmith. Hayward Highsmith. Out of bounds on Highsmith. So the ball's going to go back to the Pistons here. Mr. Sports said, JB going off for my fantasy team. Fire. Fire. Mr. Sports said, am I like the only one typing right now? Yeah. When we do non-Knicks games, not a lot of people interested in them. But, you know, it is what it is. I like doing them. And for the people who do come to these streams, I like hanging out with them. Holland flips it back to beef stew for a 3. Some wacky decisions from Stewart here. The Heat driving it down in transition, kicks it out to Duncan Robinson. A step back, left corner 3, can't get it to go. And Beasley chases down the long rebound. Beasley leaves it off for Stewart. Stewart fakes the handoff to Cunningham. Now gets it out to Cunningham. Cunningham coming to his left off the Stewart screen. Has it in the post now against Jaquez. Jaquez reaching. He's driving it down. Kicks it out. Beasley on the relocation. Gets wide open on the right wing and splashes the 3. When Cunningham's in the game, good things happen. The Pistons look like an entirely different team, especially considering that they don't have Ivy tonight to sort of stagger the minutes when Cunningham isn't on the court. Jaquez has it up top, driving to his left on Fontecchio. Flips it up with the right hand, can't get it to go fight for the rebound. Stewart has it, gets it over to Fontecchio. The Pistons are out and running. Kicks it over to Beasley, catches, pump fakes, driving it down. Bully balling his way to the basket, flips it up, can't get it to go. But a foul on Duncan Robinson, another foul on Robinson, is going to send Beasley to the foul line for 2 free throws. Mr. Sports, Jalen Big Balls Brunson. He is hooping out there, man. He had a very good game against the Magic. Got to keep that momentum up. We got a big game against Minnesota coming up on Thursday at Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns' return game to Minnesota. I hope the emotions don't get the best of them that night. Got to play calm, cool, and collected against a good Minnesota team. They're finding their way, right? Obviously started off uneven. They're finding their way. Beasley knocks down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. A little over 10 minutes to go here in the second. Just starting the second quarter. Beasley goes 2 for 2 with the foul on. Rozier bringing it down now. Rozier up top being guarded by the rookie Holland. Get it over to Bam. They leave him open in the mid-range, daring him to shoot. Settles for that mid-range jumper, and he gets it to go down, making him pay. Cunningham bringing it down against Hayward Highsmith. Cunningham on the left wing, coming to his right. Stewart slips the screen. They get it over to Stewart. Stewart in the post, kicks it back out to Cunningham. Extra pass to Holland. Holland driving to his right, leaves it off for Fontecchio. Fontecchio in the paint, gets fouled by Jaquez. And I like the aggressiveness from Fontecchio. He hasn't had too many opportunities, especially on the offensive side here. But when he does have them, good things happen. He's also a good, solid defender. Could be the kind of player that the Knicks try and poach away from the Pistons, who have a little bit of a depth, not really a depth issue, but they got some guys behind them that they want to give more minutes to, I'm sure. Thompson's coming back from the injury. You have Holland there, who you just drafted, so you got guys on the wings who you're going to want to give opportunities to. But Fontecchio is one of their better shooters. Karen said, at least we aren't the worst team anymore. Mr. Sports said, I got to go. Appreciate you, Mr. Sports. As I drop my mic yet again. Appreciate seeing you in here, brother. Fontecchio does knock down both of his free throws, giving the Pistons a 6-point lead. Largest lead of the game was 8 by the Pistons. Rozier gets it over to Bam. Bam in the high post. Feeds Rozier cutting down. Wild pass, kicks it out to Jaquez in the left corner for 3. Almost airmails it. Stewart with the rebound. Here comes Cunningham. Hit ahead to Fontecchio. He's going to settle for a left wing 3. Knocks it down. Singing the praises of Fontecchio. Making me sound like a genius right now. 5 quick points for Fontecchio as he gives his Pistons a 9-point lead. Rozier coming down. Beautiful hesitation move. Driving it in on Stewart. No foul call. Stewart goes down holding his knee. That's not what you want to see. Cunningham the other way in transition. Ball knocked out of bounds. No, they call a foul on Highsmith. And Stewart, ooh, he's feeling it. He's limping, but he did get up on his own power, and he is going to walk off on his own power. But seems to be in intense pain right now. Mr. Sports said, JK, why would I leave Chef you stream? Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Ricardo said, I know the Pistons gave us an L the last time, but deep inside, I still choose them rather than root for the Heat. Oh, for sure. For sure. I don't hate the Pistons. They're a good team this year. I don't hate the Pistons. Even though they beat the Knicks, it is what it is. You're not going to win every game. Pistons are good. And I like watching them. I like Cade a lot. Cade misses a free throw there. He did knock down the first one. My bad. He split the free throws, missed the second one. But it was knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Pistons. Look at them fighting on the glass, too. And you'll never catch me rooting for the Heat, man. Never. I hate the Heat with the passion. Cunningham's got to get it in. And just throws it away as the Pistons couldn't generate any sort of space. Everybody just standing around. And Cade throws a bad pass and it gets picked off easily. Miami pushing it the other way. Ron Holland is able to deflect the pass out of bounds, so at least they're going to be able to get their defense set here. Showing the replay here on the Stewart block, and it just looks like maybe he hyperextended the knee. Oof. They get it over to Jaquez up top. Swing it over to Bam. Bam hands it off to Hero, who's back into the game, being guarded by Holland. Hero on the right wing, going along the baseline. Picks his dribble up, kicks it out. Rozier, left corner 3, wide open. Can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Ball knocked into the air. Adebayo has it. Hits Highsmith coming back door. Now hits Jaquez, who gets fouled and gets the finger roll to go in. And the second chance points. Killing the Pistons right now. Bad foul from Holland. A little ticky-tack foul from Holland. If you're going to foul, if you're going to go for the steal, go for the steal. Don't pull your hand back at the last second. Go for the steal. Marcus Sasser checks in. Thompson checks in for Holland. Beasley checking out. Jaquez at the foul line for 2 free throws. Jaquez converts the 3-point play. And Miami's in a little bit of a full court press here. Cunningham's going to bring it down against Highsmith. Highsmith, a good perimeter defender. But Cunningham with the size and strength advantage over Highsmith. Now Rozier switches onto him. Cunningham up top looking for a screen. It looks like the Heat are in a zone. A pull-up 3 for Cunningham laces it right between the eyes of the defense. Said, don't play zone against me. I'll line these threes up all game long. Back to a 10-point lead for the Pistons. Rozier has it in the mid-range, kicks it out to Hero. Hero catches, pump fakes, and good defense from Thompson, but they call a blocking foul. Not able to slide his feet quick enough to stay in front of Hero there. Obviously a foul on the floor, so it's going to stay here with the Heat. Jaquez gets it over to Hero, driving it down on Thompson. Thompson slaps down and steals the ball away. He's going to make Tyler Hero's night a living nightmare tonight. And Thompson, we already saw what he could do earlier in transition. That time he got to the front of the rim again, but just blows another layup. And Hero gets it over to Rozier, and Rozier, beautiful defense from Tim Hardaway Jr., who stood his ground against Rozier. Rozier, out of control, jumps right into Tim Hardaway Jr., and it's a charge. Ball going the other way. Gotta like what you're seeing from the Pistons tonight so far. Obviously, still a lot of time left, but the Pistons bringing it down with a 10-point lead right now. We're under 8 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Thompson has it up top, being guarded by Hero. Coming to his right off the Duren screen, driving it down. At the last second, tried to kick it over to Duren. Duren wasn't ready for it. Thompson throws it away. Jaquez driving it in on Cade. And beautiful defense from Cade, not to foul, and comes up with a little strip steal against Jaquez, and then Duren bringing it down as the big man. Why do you have to run the break, Duren? Gets caught with a double dribble. The bigs on Detroit, man, they need a big man coach over there, because between Stewart and Duren, some of these, I know they're inexperienced younger players, but some of the turnovers that they've had tonight are just brain melting a little bit. Adebayo has it on the right wing, being guarded by Duren. Leans in, stops, pump fake, spins, ball knocked loose, picks it back up, driving to his left now, flips it up, looking for a foul call, doesn't get it. Quick outlet to Cade. Cade bringing it down, throws a lob to Thompson, and he throws it down with 2 hands. And finally, we got a score in the game, and it's by the Pistons, giving them a 12-point lead, their largest lead of the game so far. And they're moving and grooving. With Cade Cunningham out there, this team is moving and grooving. Mr. Sports said, I'm mad about the Pistons game because Cade definitely should have been teed up. I mean, it wouldn't have changed the outcome of the game. I know what you mean. He was hooting and hollering at the refs, but, like, it's not going to change the outcome of the game. They beat the Knicks fair and square, man. It is what it is. It is what it is. Can't win them all. They got beat. K. Hazy said they cannot get these transition buckets. Ricardo said Huck Porty's better than Duren. The funny thing is like I'm not gonna be crazy. I think Duren is better than Huck Porty, but I don't think it's by a huge margin at all. Now, Huck Porty is older than Duren, right? Cunningham with 10 points and 7 assists already. We're not even at halftime. Huck Porty, I believe, is 23. I believe. Could be wrong. We'll double check that. But who are we looking at? Duren. Duren, I believe, is what, 20? 21? He is 21. And then for the Knicks, Huck Porty is not even listed there. All right. Can I look him up? Huck Porty is 22. So he's a year older than Jalen Duren, who's in his third year in the league. And Huck Porty is a rookie. Just pointing it out. Age is important. Experience is important. Bernard Johnson said, Detroit didn't play like this against the Knicks. What's the difference? What do you mean? They did play like this against the Knicks. Cade Cunningham absolutely controlled the pace of the game. And tonight, Cade Cunningham is absolutely controlling the pace of the game. He's been unstoppable. He's been fantastic. He's got 10 points and 7 assists already. Not Joe said, the Pistons team are super young. Very young. Very young. All right, coming back out of that timeout from the Heat. See how they respond, going down by 12. Hero gets it over to, who's that, Drew Smith? Smith on the left wing being guarded by Hardaway. Coming to his right off the Butler screen. They get it out to Butler. Butler being guarded by Tim Hardaway Jr. He's going to pick him up now. Backing him down on the right block. Kicks it out to Hero. They swing it over to Smith. Smith on the right wing for a three. Comes up short, can't get it to go. Duren clears with the rebound, and here comes Cunningham. Cunningham up top being guarded by Butler. Cunningham tried to get it into Duren, but knocked out of bounds by Bam. So it'll just be side out of bounds. Beasley coming in for Cunningham? Oof. Why are we taking Cunningham out? He's only played 5 minutes in this quarter. I'm too Tom Thibodeau pilled. I'm like, why are we taking Cunningham out? He played 5 minutes so far. What do you mean he's not going to play the whole quarter? Sasser has it up top, sidestep, left wing, three, splashes it, nothing but net. And now a 15-point lead has been opened up by the Pistons here. Adebayo has it up top, gets it over to Rozier. Feeds Butler in the post, being guarded by Beasley. Swings through towards the baseline. They show a double team. They swing it around. Hero catches, pump fakes, puts up the three, splashes it. A deep right wing three gets it to go. Okay, Hazy said the Heat weren't this bad last year. Last year, the Heat were this bad. The Heat were this bad last year. They made the final run 2 years ago, and then last year they weren't very good. This year the trend continues. Tyler Hero is their saving grace so far. Without Tyler Hero taking the offensive lead that he's taken this year, it would be a rough time. And then Thompson just out-hustles Bam to the ball. The ball's still loose, and Thompson ends up with it. Gets it over to Duren. Duren hands it off. Hardaway gets caught in the air and then gets fouled by Drew Smith. Drew Smith, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing? Heat are all over the place. Should have been a kick ball. I'd be upset if I was the Heat. Should have been a kick ball on Thompson. What is Drew Smith doing? He just slaps at Tim Hardaway Jr. in the air as he's attempting the three. Oh, they changed the call. Say Tim Hardaway Jr. was looking for the pass at the last second and not the shot. Bam Adebayo subs out. Excuse me. Thompson has it on the left wing, attacking. Little fall away jumper in the paint, gets it to go. 14-point lead for the Pistons. Butler bringing it down. Butler up top, coming to his right off a love screen. Shovels it over to Smith. Smith driving it down, puts up a contested floater, can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound. Butler just somehow tips it up and in from behind himself and gets it to go off the tip. Sasser bringing it down on the right wing, dancing with it. Sasser, inside pass to Duren, who loses it, picks it back up, goes up, misses the first shot, fight for the rebound, ball knocked loose. Highsmith picks it up. He's bringing it down now over to Love in transition, over to Butler. They're going to look to feed Jimmy Butler right now. Goes right into the defender, flips it up at the basket, gets the foul call on Beasley. Under 5 to go. And Butler had the foul on for 2 free throws. Pistons currently holding a 12-point lead. Butler trying to cut it to 10. Ricardo said, all I remember was the Heat last year injured Julius Randle. That's it, period. Yeah. And they called a foul on the floor. No free throws for Jimmy Butler. Love has it up top. They feed Butler in the post, being guarded by the rookie Holland. Butler on the right wing, swings through to his left. He's got some space. Euro steps down the lane. He gets an easy layup out of it. Sasser has it, gets it over to Beasley. Beasley driving it in on Butler, pulling it back out. And then picks his dribble up. It was almost a travel. Gets it out to Duren. Duren driving it down. Ball knocked loose. What are the Pistons bigs doing, man? It's a 3-on-1. Highsmith throws the lob to Butler, who catches, has to come down with it, kicks it back out to Smith. Smith driving it down, leaves it off of Butler. Butler gets fouled, and he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws now. And now Butler's starting to trash talk a little bit. It might start getting them going. Casey said, it looks like Jimmy Butler is wearing a bike helmet on his head. It does look that way. It does. I always, when somebody starts dyeing their hair crazy colors like that on a consistent basis, which Jimmy Butler has been doing so far the last couple of weeks, or maybe he's been doing it all season. I don't know. But I'm just saying, I raise my eyebrows at it. It's weird. Weird. Ricardo said Hornets with the complete lineup now is struggling against the Embiidless 76ers. Yeah, I mean, the Hornets are a bad team. Just, they were just a bad team that were missing. They play hard, and they're going to be in games, but they're not going to be able to pull them out at the end. Cunningham has it up top. Coming to his left, who's back in the game. Kicks it up top to Hardaway Jr. for an open 3. In and out, can't get it to go. Duren with the offensive rebound goes right into Kevin Love, and he throws it down with 2 hands. That's what you need to do, Jalen Duren. Stop with the fancy schmancy pump fake, pivot, spin, try to put it up off glass. Stop that. Just go strong with 2 hands. As Hero misses a pull-up 3 in transition, Cunningham with the rebound, hit the no-look pass to Holland, who with the reverse layup gets it to go. No foul call. He's looking for it, and he got hit on the head. They didn't give it to him, but now the Pistons back up by 12. Butler bringing it down on the right wing, crosses over to his right in the lane, takes some contact, goes up, gets fouled by Hardaway. He's going to go back to the foul line for 2 free throws as he misses the layup. Jalen Duren is too big, too strong to be allowing himself to get pushed around on the inside, which, for the most part, has happened tonight. Butler knocks down his first free throw. He's got one more coming. Marcus Sasser checks back in for Tim Hardaway. (58-46). Ooh, forgot to give the Pistons 2 more points. 58-46. We'll go around the league at halftime. I mean, there's only one other game on. Actually, the other game should be tipping off. 7:30 start time games. 2 other games. So 3 other games should be on. Cunningham has it up top. Butler did knock down both of his free throws. Sasser. And he tried to get it over to Duren, and Duren fouls Kevin Love, fighting for positioning. And another mistake by the Pistons bigs, man. It is rough watching them, not going to lie. Paul Reed. Paul Reed checking in. Tyler Hero bringing it down against Cunningham. Gets it over to Butler. Butler being guarded by Holland. Swing through to his right, driving it down. Puts it above glass, gets it to go. Jimmy Butler trying to take over a little bit here in the first half. I believe he's up to, what, 15 points now? 13 points? Something like that. Cunningham on the right wing, driving it down. Up top, Sasser, wide open straightaway 3. Comes up well short. Fight for the rebound. Love has it. Gets it over to Jimmy Butler. Bringing it down. Putting his head down, attacking. Puts it above glass. Can't get it to go. No foul call. Good defense from Paul Reed. Cunningham with the rebound. He's pushing the other way. Spins, leaves it off of Paul Reed. Paul Reed, Euro stepping down the lane. Puts it above glass. Can't get it to go. You got to swing that into the corner. And then home run pass to Jimmy Butler from Kevin Love for an easy layup. And it's now a 6-point game. We got to give Butler his other free throw. 6-point game. At one point led by 15. Miami's doing a good job of keeping it a game by halftime. Beasley on the left wing, coming to his right. Hesitation move, driving it down now. Tried to shove it inside to Paul Reed, but knocked out of the air by Jimmy Butler, who saw it coming the whole way. Here comes the Heat. Drew Smith has it. Going to wind down some clock as Holland tries to pick him up. Smith coming to his left off the Love screen. Paul Reed stops. Feeds it over to Love. Off the screen and roll. Bodies Cunningham, and he lays it up and in. And it is a 4-point game now, as the Heat have stormed back into this game. Some silly, silly plays from the Pistons, but also not really putting the ball in Cunningham's hands enough so far. When the ball is not in Cunningham's hands, it is an ugly sight for the Pistons offense. Especially if you're not going to, no Ivy tonight. Especially if you're not going to have Ivy. It's going to be a rough one. Mark, what's up, Mark? Okay, Hazy, both of them are in the bonus now. Yeah, a little hacking and whacking towards the end of the second quarter now. It's gone on for a while. We're under 2 minutes to go now in the second quarter, but it's gone on for a while, the second quarter. Bernard Johnson said, Knicks really need to beat Minnesota. I really hope they do. Oh, huge game. Huge game with the return of Karl-Anthony Towns to Minnesota. Huge game. You got to come through for the big man. You got to. And Karl-Anthony Towns needs to come through for himself. He needs to have a good game as well. There was something I wanted to check. Let's see. What's going on with this Hornets game? 6-point deficit for the Hornets. Paul George going off a little bit. He's got 17 in the first half so far. Who's back for the Hornets? Do they have Mark Williams back? Because they do have Mark Williams, and he's in the starting lineup, so he's feeling much better. And they got Miles Bridges, and they got LaMelo. Hold on, this is their go-to starting lineup of LaMelo Ball, Josh Green, Miles Bridges, Brandon Miller, and Mark Williams. That is their go-to starting lineup. Who are they bringing off the bench? Everybody. Nick Richards only played 5 minutes. I think you got to get Nick Richards more. In 5 minutes, he's got 10 points. I think you got to play Nick Richards a little bit more. Salon only played 7. Martin with 11. Michi with 11. Not a bad bench either. They should be able to pull this win together. Paul George is going off, though. 3 for 4 from 3, 7 for 10. Axie's still struggling with his efficiency. But Drummond's got 10 rebounds in the first half. He's hooping. All right, let's get back to the game. So Isaiah Stewart did indeed, like I thought, hyperextended his left knee. And he is he's out for the rest of the game. Cunningham has it up top. We're back into it. And they call a foul on Love. Mark said, I thought you were doing the New Jersey-Cleveland game. I was going to. I gave a whole explanation at the top of the show. I also put it in a community post. But the TLDR of it, long story short, because the Yes Network and the MSG Network folded into one to give us the Gotham Sports app, unless you pay extra to get the US Network games, unless you pay extra to get the Nets games, I get the Knicks games. But I'd have to pay another $300 to get the Nets games. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that was the case. So, unfortunately, we're not going to be doing Nets games this year. Unfortunately. Maybe next year. Maybe next year. But not this year. I'm not paying an extra $300 for that. Just for the Nets. Just for one night. Can't do it. Can't do it. Cunningham guarding Butler on the right wing. It is 54-60 as they fouled Paul Reed on the other end. So he got 2 free throws out of it. Knocked down both of them. And now Marcus Sasser ends up fouling, I believe, Butler. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. It's becoming a hack fest at the end of the quarter here. 1:30 to go. Both teams in the bonus. And we're just walking ourselves from one free throw line to the other free throw line. Come on, guys. Come on. Mark said that's insane. Yeah, it's crazy. So for the package I have, it's like $300 a year for the MSG networks, so I can watch the Knicks games. And I didn't realize that it doesn't automatically give you the Yes Network. You have to upgrade the package to like $380 a year. But in order to do that, you just have to buy a brand new package. So I would have to pay right now $380 rather than just paying like the difference, which even the difference is like $80. So I'm not paying at minimum $80 just for the Nets game, unfortunately, you know. And because I live in the New York, New Jersey area, I can't even watch them on League Pass because it's blacked out. Thompson gets an easy dunk. Nice pass from Sasser there. Adebayo has it up top, being guarded by Reed. We're under a minute to go. Adebayo picks his dribble up. Good to now defense from the Pistons. Fontecchio, when he's in the game, he's doing a good job on Jimmy Butler. See what Butler does here against him. Going one-on-one, going along the baseline, kicks it out. Highsmith, right corner three, rattles it in. Highsmith, a good three-point shooter, especially from those corners. Sasser has it up top. Coming to his right, hands it off to Fontecchio, gets it over to Paul Reed, back to Fontecchio, coming to his left, stopping, stepping back, pull-up jumper, comes up short. Butler with the rebound. And Butler will bring it down. Jimmy Butler has it up top, being guarded by Thompson, who's back in the game. Obviously had the dunk previously for the Pistons. It's a three-point game. I have not been giving the Pistons their free throws. Butler, left corner, being guarded by Sasser on the mismatch. Stops, turns, spins, kicks it out up top to Adebayo. He's going to settle for a straightaway three. Way off on that one. Thompson with the rebound and then gets fouled. He's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. Drew Smith, what are you doing, buddy? You sent him to the foul line. 3 seconds to go. They just grabbed the rebound. They wouldn't have gotten a clean shot off in time. It's 62-59 with 3 seconds to go. Oh, that's because I gave the 3 points on the wrong side. That's what happened. That's why the scoreboard was so up. Mark said Cleveland's going to wipe the floor with them anyway. Yeah, especially after they traded Schroeder. I forgot they did that, so they don't have many ball handlers. They got Cam Thomas and they got Penn Simmons as their ball handlers. That's pretty much it. Thompson missed the first free throw. He's got one more coming. We'll go around the league after during the halftime here. Thompson missed the first one. And he splits the free throws, getting the second one. Kevin Love is going to throw the full court pass here. Bounce passes to the Butler. He's got time, dribbling it down to the right wing. He's going to put it up. Doesn't get it off in time, so it doesn't matter, even though he missed. And that's going to be our score at halftime, 63-59, a 4-point lead for the Pistons. At one point, they led by 15. They allowed the Heat to get comfortable. Jimmy Butler decided to put the Superman cape on a little bit and climb his way back into it and lead his team back into the game. It's now a 4-point game going into halftime. Should be a much larger lead, but got an inexperienced team facing a very experienced team. And you're seeing that pay off for the Heat here. All right, let's go around the league a little bit. Let's talk about it. We'll also look at the Knicks' schedule coming up, too. The Knicks got 3 days off before their game against Minnesota. They got, today Monday? Today's Monday. They got Tuesday and they got Wednesday because the Minnesota game is on Thursday. Also, I want to put down that tonight, I like to keep track of the games we do and how often we're streaming during the month so far. Tonight is Detroit versus Miami. And that means we have not streamed on 5 days out of the 16 days of the month so far. So we've streamed 11 of the 16 possible days, which is a nice number. It's a nice number. All right, so the halftime score of the Philly-Charlotte game is only 5, 54-49. I mean, look, if you got Maxey hitting 5 threes and Paul George hitting 4 threes, and you got 22 points from Maxey and 20 points from Paul George in the first half, and you're only up by 5 on the Hornets, like, you got problems. You got problems as you Philadelphia. $12 for Bridges. I mean, LaMelo's got 9. It's not like he's even going crazy. 4 boards, 5 assists, 4 steals, though. 3 blocks for Mark Williams. It's nice to see Mark Williams back out there. Miles Bridges with 12. Miller's only got 3. He's taking 4 shots, all of them from three-point range. He's only got 3. You're only down 5. Not bad. Not bad. If I'm a Hornets fan, I'm pretty hyped about that. All right. So this is the game we're watching tonight. And then you got Bulls, Raptors, 33-29 in the second quarter right now. Start of the second quarter. RJ's going off. He's got 11 points already. That's cool. And then, all right, it's a good thing we didn't watch Brooklyn, huh, guys? 37-17 after one. 37-17 after 1 quarter of play. Everyone's available and playing for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Everyone. I mean, I guess the only guy who was not is Ty Jerome. And like we said earlier, no Cam Thomas. So, what is going on with Cam Thomas? Why is he not playing? Why is Cam Thomas not playing? Injuries. Cam Thomas is out. Suffered a left hamstring strain. Reevaluated in 3 weeks. Oh, brother. They really got nothing out there. So it's a good thing we didn't watch that game. I'm not going to lie. I probably would have cut it off after that first quarter. Just like, I probably would have went to halftime. I would have said, all right, let's watch it to halftime. and then we'll be done. But, yeah, good thing we didn't end up watching this one. Bulls Raptors is the other game going on. That's now in the second quarter. And RJ, 3 for 7, 5 for 5 from the foul line. Knocking down his free throws, 11 points. But not much help as obviously, what's his name? Scotty Barnes got hurt in the game against us, so he's still out after coming back and looking pretty good. So really his only other help out there is Grady Dick, who has 0 points in that first quarter. Only played the 5 minutes. Abaji is second in scoring with 5, so it's RJ's doing a whole lot of heavy lifting right now. So honestly, this game, not a lot to watch on the Toronto side. Chicago Bulls. Giddey's got 7. Vooch has 7. Kobe White's got 6. I feel like I wanted Kobe White to take a bigger leap this year. Right after what he showed in the second half of last season, Kobe White so far this year is averaging 18 and 4.6. Like, I don't know. I'd like to see that number get closer to like 22 and 22 and 7. Like, can you get to 22 and 7 for me? I'll take 22 and 6. Right? He's a guy who's coming up. I'll take 22 and 6. But like 18? What did he average last year? All right, I don't really want to look it up. All right, we'll look it up. Last year, he averaged 19, so he's actually down in scoring this year. What are you doing, Kobe? What are you doing? So I'm not gonna lie, Kobe White's little disappointing for me this year. Okay, Hazy said Nets being down to bare bones, this rebuild it will be fun. I think they're reliant on some of the. I mean, they obviously made that trade with the Knicks because they got their own pick back from the Rockets, so they're perfectly fine. Um, they're perfectly fine tearing it to the ground and being the worst team in the league this year. Because they're gonna have their own pick in the draft this year, and then I think they're a little reliant on like, hey, we got the Knicks picks, so we could do stuff with that. We'll see what those picks turn into for them, but honestly, I hope they're competent soon, just because I'd like for the Knicks-Nets rivalry to like be a real thing. Because when the Nets are good, the Knicks aren't, and when the Knicks are good, the Nets aren't. So, and then often they're not good together. But now with the new front office for the Knicks, I feel pretty confident that they're going to be pretty good for a while. Ty Jerome just entered the game. 43-22 now. It is a 21-point game with 9 minutes to go in the second. Jeez Louise. Bulls are starting to pull away from the Raptors a little bit. So, got to sneeze. Oh, no. Excuse me. I think we picked the best game of the night. I mean, this one could also be pretty good and entertaining. I just, I gotta blow my nose. Hold on, I'll be right back. Ooh. My bad, y'all. I just really didn't want to blow my nose in your guys' ear. Casey said, I think we all expected Kobe White to be better. I guess having DeMar really helped his game. Yeah, I guess, but like, I feel like I haven't seen the improvement I should have seen from him this year. Lonzo's playing too. Hey, shout out Lonzo. I'm rooting for Lonzo. Yeah, I guess having DeMar out there to help him versus this year where he's kind of the guy until they're loading up on him a little bit more. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like he's not, like, at this point, I might be looking to trade him and get pieces for him. Doesn't seem like he's going to be the guy, right? I don't know if he's a starting point guard on a really good team. And again, I'll have a video out talking about the teams all around the league, and I'll just give you a sneak peek on what I said about the Bulls to begin with is I think that, they've proven that they're pretty comfortable being mediocre. Like, they have no interest. Fan bases want two things. They want to either have their team go all in to compete for a championship, or they want their front office to tear it down, what the Nets did, tear it down to the bones, like you said, KZ, and try to rebuild through the draft that way. Not talking to you. And the Bulls are doing neither. They're doing neither. They're not going all in. Going all in would be trading their draft assets, would be trying to improve on the Kobe White situation, where he's good, but it's very clear he's kind of stagnating in his development a little bit, so you got to move on at some point or make a decision there. But they're just not. They're just very comfortable being like, yeah, sure, DeMar wants to leave. Okay, well, as long as we still make that 9-10 seed and not really get knocked out of the play-in game and not do anything, bring in a couple of extra dollars with the extra game, and that's it. You know? Very weird situation. Like, if I was a Bulls fan, I might lose my mind. What do you mean you're not interested in competing for a championship? What do you mean you're not interested in trying to improve our team at any means and at any means possible? Like, what do you mean we're directionless? What do you mean we're not going to trade Vucevic? What do you mean? I think I'd lose my mind, because at the very least, when the Knicks went through their 20-year miasma of loserdom, at least they were trying. They were making all-in trades, even if they didn't make sense. They were making all-in trades, right? They very clearly wanted to be good and put together a championship team. They were too incompetent to do so. David Oz Jr., what's up, David? Feeling a little better tonight. Orange and blue skies, for sure. For sure. Always feel better after a win, right? Always feel better after a win. And it's also nice to get that win, because now we have 3 days off, obviously, including tonight, Tuesday, Wednesday. We don't play until Thursday again. So if we would have had 2 back-to-back losses that, like, would have been bad, like the Hawks loss was bad, but then if you lost to that Orlando team missing Paolo and Franz, it would have felt even worse. And then going into a 3-day break before you have to go and play at Minnesota in what is bound to be a very emotionally charged game for Karl Anthony Towns and for the team in general. Like, that was a recipe that could have resulted in a disaster there. Absolutely could have. So it's nice to get the win and then go into the break with a clear mind. It's like, all right, now we just have to focus on this Minnesota game and get through that. It's going to be an emotionally charged game. Ricardo said, if Butler eventually ended up playing for the Houston Rockets, then they will be officially the new villain team. I think they're already kind of creeping there, Ricardo. But yeah, Jimmy Butler's like that icing on the cake. You got Dylan the Villain Brooks. You'd have Jimmy Butler. And obviously maybe some of these players would be included in the trades that would acquire Jimmy Butler. But like, just for prosperity's sake, you have Dylan Brooks. You got Jimmy Butler. You got the Terror Twins. You got Van Vliet, who's just hounding you the whole game. All right, I think we're getting back for this third quarter now. Let's do this. Let's do this. Now we're ready. I don't think Jimmy Butler gets traded. You've seen people talk about this already. I don't think we're going to see too many trades this year. The salary cap stuff makes it difficult. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But it just makes it really difficult. Even teams who want to sell, it's very difficult, because the teams who want to buy are like championship contending teams, or teams who fancy themselves as championship contenders. And I don't know how likely they are going to be to sell off a bunch of stuff and get to trades if it's going to mean putting them in financial straits, And we're back into it, by the way. And Thompson swoops to the basket, gets a lefty layup to go. Nice finger roll layup from Thompson. Here we go. Hero has it up top. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson on the left wing, being guarded by Hardaway Jr. Gets it back to Hero. Hero swing through, coming to his right. Ball knocked loose. Thompson knocked it loose. They get it over to Cunningham. Cunningham gets caught in the air, but saves it over to Thompson, who lays it up and in easily. I like what I'm seeing from Thompson. He's taking over the game defensively just to start the second quarter here. The second half. Hero bringing it down. He's making life difficult for Tyler Hero right now. Hero has it up top, being guarded by Thompson. That's just good defense from Thompson. They call a block and foul on him, but I think that's just good defense. Sliding his feet, staying in front of him. Ten assists already, by the way, too, for Cade Cunningham. Like, he's hooping. David said, one game at a time. We're building. Leon will definitely add one more piece. I think he wants to add one more piece. I don't know how feasible it is to do it in this season, you know. But look, if there's any front office I trust, is this very creative, very good Knicks front office. Robinson pump fakes out of the left corner, kicks it up top, extra pass, ball knocked loose. Hero gets it, sets his feet, fires from the left wing, can't get the three to go. Duren, good clearance for the rebound, and here comes Cade Cunningham. Hit ahead to Hardaway. Hardaway attacking to his left, putting his head down, kicks it out at the last second to Beasley. Beasley lines up a left wing three, splashes it. And just like that, the Pistons are back up by double digits. Nice. Nice. David said LeBron and Bronny in New York, mark my words, is not happening, man. Not with the relationship that Leon's too smart to bring in LeBron, who's just actively been like a not very good player in terms of winning basketball games. It's not happening. Beasley, a dribble pull-up three. He's feeling it, but misses it off the back rim. Is that Highsmith? They call a travel on Highsmith. On the pump fake, took an extra step. Ball going back to the Pistons. Cunningham will bring it down. Hands it off to Beasley. Beasley being guarded by Butler. Hands it off to Holland. Holland gets it over to Duren. Duren hands it off to Cunningham. Spinning, coming to his right. Driving it down. Probing into the paint. Pump fakes. Leans in, leaves it off at the last second to Duren, who lays it up easily. And Cade Cunningham is carving up this Miami defense right now. Carving them up like a turkey dinner. Just sharpening his knives, probing his way into the paint, hits him with a pump fake, little step through, let me draw the big man, and then drop it off to my big man. And then all Duren got to do is just catch it, look at the basket, go up with two hands nice and strong, and lay it up and in. Is easy. It's been real easy for him. Cade Cunningham is making this Pistons offense work. Excuse me. Ricardo said Cade Cunningham or Paolo Banchero are the dudes I'm looking to acquire after the Cat Brunson era. I mean, we'll see where those guys are, but like, I don't know. It's not happening, my man. It's not happening. You got to think, like, by the time they hit their next contracts, they're going to get the Supermax contracts. So we're looking at, like, 7 years from now, right? Like, it's not happening, brother. It's not happening. I mean, never say never, but it's too far in advance to even think about it. You never know where their careers are going to take them. Cade Cunningham is one of my favorite players in the league, though, so I'd love it. I would absolutely love it. One of my favorite players in the league. And the steps he's taken this year is just, definitely an all-star in my eyes, even on the lowly Pistons, who are not, I don't believe that are in the playoff situation. We can look at it real quick. The Pistons. What are they? They're 10 and 16, which I think puts them in the play-in situation. The Pistons, where are you, Pistons? Oh, they're right below the Nets, and the Nets are going to fall out today. Pistons are, let's say the Pistons win tonight, they're going to go up to 10. And if the Bulls lose, they're going to be tied with the Bulls. So they'll be tied for the 9 seed, and then they got the Pacers and the Hawks right above them. They can fight their way back to 500. You know, they're gonna put themselves in a good spot. Pistons back up by 13, man. Let's see if they can continue to build on this. So Miami's gonna continue to keep this thing close. Every time Detroit has built up a lead like this, where it's now 13. Miami's roared back in, especially after a timeout. So Drew Smith has it up top, gets it over to Butler. Butler, back into the hands of him. He's the guy who's kept Miami in this game all game long. Butler being guarded by Duren, gets it over to Hero, trying to feed down low to Adebayo, but cross-court pass to Highsmith, leaves it off for Butler, who pump fakes, driving it down, throws it up at the basket, but he gets fouled by Duren. Duren, what are we doing, dude? The big men on the Pistons, man, just really undisciplined basketball for them. I think I'm getting sick, y'all. My apologies. I think I'm getting sick. Oh, man. Jalen Duren with 4 fouls now. He's been a hack machine tonight. Just really dumb and silly fouls. Just putting his hands on offensive players and fouling them. Silly fouls. It's not like they're good fouls. You're protecting the basket or anything like that. Silly reaching. Letting defenders blow by him, but putting his arm out and grabbing them. Like, just, what are you doing? That's just undisciplined basketball. Butler knocked down his first free throws. He's got one more coming. Butler's up to 22 points. Now 23 as he knocks down the second free throw. Cutting it to an 11-point game. Beasley bringing it down. Hands it off to Cunningham. Coming to his left, off the Paul Reed screen. Cunningham up top, coming to his right now, off a couple of screens. Highsmith switches onto him. Step back, fall away, baseline jumper. Not a good shot from Cunningham. Settled for it. Butler with the rebound. Kicks it over to Hero on the left wing for a three. He settled for that three. Talk about settling. Cunningham hit ahead to Holland. Holland just speed boosting past everybody. The rookie with the quick burst of speed there to get out ahead of the defense and gets an easy layup out of it out of transition. Cunningham saw the rookie running, and he said, let me just hit ahead to him. Hero under the basket, kicks it out to Highsmith. Left wing three for Highsmith, comes up short. Fight for the rebound. Good box out from Paul Reed. Adebayo mistimed his jump. Holland bringing it down now. Hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham on the left wing being guarded by Drew Smith on the switch. Smith is going to look to pressure up on Cunningham, but Cunningham just blows right past him. I think that's blocked from behind or lost the ball, something. Cunningham looking for a foul. He doesn't get it. Butler bringing it down the other way. He's got the advantage. Stops in the paint, spins, ball knocked loose. No foul call. Good defense from Beasley there. Butler now looking for a foul he didn't get. And Beasley pump fakes, driving it down, gets blocked from behind by Highsmith, and then Adebayo picks up the ball. A little raggedy couple of minutes here between both sides. Hero has it up top, coming to his left against Beasley. Leans back, comes forward, knocks down like a leaning forward shot, and a foul on Beasley is going to send Hero to the line for one more for the conventional three-point play. Kinahara, what's up, Kinahara? K. Hazy said, glad we didn't trade for Duren. They traded away Duren. I don't think they were ever interested in trading for Duren. They drafted Duren and then traded the draft rights on draft night. The 13th pick was it, I think. But if he was in the Knicks system, best believe he would not be doing no silly fouls like that. They would have corrected that a long time ago. Cunningham across court pad to Beasley. Beasley right wing three gets it to go. Beasley has been a killer all night. Every time they need a clutch shot or a shot to kill some Miami momentum, Beasley is right there. Hero did knock down his free throw, by the way, so it's 77-64, a 13-point lead for the Pistons. Hero has it up top, being guarded by Cunningham. Coming around the screen, feeds it off to Adebayo, puts up the little floater, in and out, can't get it to stay. Butler tips it out to Highsmith. They swing it over to Smith. Drew Smith, I don't know if that was a pass, but it was nowhere near the basket, well short. They swing it back to Smith, up top, driving it down, goes in and gets another charge, driving right into Tim Hardaway Jr., just right into his chest. You want to talk about undisciplined play? Drew Smith is playing hard, but not playing smart. Keenan Hart said, I got Jalen Duren over tonight. What is he up to? We'll go through in a second. We'll go through the box score. 25-26. What's popping, my guy? Oh, man. My apologies, though. I'm coughing left and right over here. Cunningham up top, gets it over to Beasley, back to Cunningham. Coming to his right off a Reed screen. Dancing with it as Adebayo switches onto him. Quick crossover to his left, spinning to his right. Stepping back, pump fakes, steps through. They bring a double team. He's still spinning with it. Gets it over to Paul Reed. Hands it off to Beasley, who pump fakes. Over the top to Reed. Reed is going to put up the mid-range jumper and knocks it down over Rozier, who was a little late closing out to him. Reed had to shoot that mid-range jumper with the shot clock winding down, and he got it to go. And the Pistons retake their largest lead of the game, tying it at 15 right now, 79-64. Paul Reed hits the floor. Adebayo kicks it out to Hero. Hero with a deep left wing three, can't get it to go. Paul Reed tips the ball. As, who is that? Holland now picks it up? No, that's Thompson, excuse me. Thompson bringing it down to transition, gets it out to Hardaway. Hardaway driving it down, off glass, can't get it to go, but gets fouled by Rozier. And he's going to go to the foul line for 2 free throws. With 6:24 to go here in third. Tony 21 mode. What's popping, Tony? Pistons going to win? Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely rooting for the Pistons tonight. Up by 15 with Hardaway going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Kinhara said points and rebounds. What number do you have to hit, Kinhara? What number do you have to hit? Because I can look at it right now and tell you that Duren, I don't even know what he has tonight, but Jalen Duren with 6 points and 9 boards. What's the number you got to hit, Kinhara? Because he's sitting at 15 right now. He has 6 and 9. Didn't know they got B-Ball Reed. I know. That was a weird situation, but. Nostalgic Nick. What's up, Nostalgic? Tim Hardaway Jr. knocks down both of his free throws. And Miami bringing it down. Adebayo has it up top, being guarded by Reed. Backing him down. Bam. Stops in the paint. Flips it up with a right-handed little float shot. High arcing floater. Gets it to go down. The Heat need a lot more from Adebayo tonight, and he hasn't provided it. Thompson has it up top, gets it over to Paul Reed. Reed hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham up top being guarded by Rozier. He's going to look to take advantage. Leaves it off for Thompson for an easy dunk. The Cunningham-Thompson connection has been fantastic tonight. Rozier trying to split the double team, driving it down, flips it up with the left hand, can't get it to go, but they do call a foul, and I think that's what he was waiting for. Tim Hardaway Jr. vehemently calling for his coaching staff to challenge it, and bigger staff is telling him, don't even look at it, we're not challenging it. Keenan Hart said, I need 20, and he's at 15. I think he'll get it. Patrick said, that was the draft where we refused to take anybody. Yeah, they didn't want to add any contracts, any first-round contracts to their books. Wasn't that the offseason where they were looking to sign Jalen Brunson, which is why they didn't want to get Duren? 3GP said Heat getting doused. Detroit definitely hooping on him right now. I think they are going to challenge it. I think they did call to challenge it. We got a timeout break here. It's 82-66, a 16-point lead. Duren is out of the game right now, so unfortunately. Ricardo said, where is Alec Burks now? He is here in the Pistons roster, right? No, Ricardo, he is now a Miami Heat. He's on the Heat roster. Remember, we traded for him from the Pistons last season. And last year was his last year of his contract. He was a free agent, and as a free agent, he signed with the Heat. Detroit is an underrated team this year. Yeah, I think their record doesn't show. I think their record is it doesn't show how good they actually have been so far this year. I would say they're a lot closer to 500 ball team, right? Their record is, what is their record? They're 10-16, so not good. And the Heat are 13-10. So on the flip side, I feel like the Heat's record shows that they're probably a little bit better than they are. And vice versa, the Pistons record probably shows that they're not as good as their record shows, right? Ricardo said RJ's keeping the Raptors alive this half. All right, after this quarter, we're going to go around the league again. A lot of time to replay this right now. A lot of time to replay this. I don't see a foul there on the Rozier drive. And they're going to keep the foul. These refs are terrible. These refs are terrible. I don't have a dog in this fight. That is not a foul on Hardaway Jr. Hardaway Jr. is getting out of the way, and then Rozier takes a fall. And then they review that, and they still give the foul to Hardaway? Come on, man. 3GP said no more swamp water. I got to fix the filter, man. I got to clean it out. I didn't have the time to do it today. Today was a little bit of a hectic day. Rozier does knock down the first free throw. Unless they didn't challenge it. But there's no way that timeout took that long. Rozier goes 2-2 with the foul line. Under 6 minutes to go. Sasser bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Rozier. Gets it over to Reed. Reed up top. Hands it off to Cunningham. Cunningham up top, dancing with it. Being guarded by Butler. Quick crossover to his right. Mid-range pull-up jumper over him. Comes up well short. Butler with the rebound. He's pushing the other way. Butler up top. Being guarded by Thompson. Gets it over to Jaquez. Jaquez being guarded by Fontecchio. Jaquez gets it back to Butler. In the high post, being guarded by Fontecchio. Half spin, pump fake, steps through, lays it up with the left hand. Blows the layup. Ball knocked loose, though. They kick it out to Hero. Catches, pump fakes. Gets it over to Jaquez. A straightaway three. They give it to him. He puts it up. Can't make him pay. And then Holland comes flying in for the rebound. Gets it out to Cunningham. Cunningham bringing it down right side of the court, coming to his left. Bam switches onto him. Gets it over to Holland. Holland has it up top. Hands it back off to Cunningham. Cunningham dancing with it. Quick crossover to his left. Step back. Puts up the left wing three. Splashes another Manef for Cade Cunningham. My goodness. As he dominated tonight. Very reminiscent of the Knicks game. And I hope this just is who he is this year. 13 points, 14 assists, 6 rebounds. Dominant game from Cade tonight. Controlling this game's pace. Bam has it up top against Paul Reed. They're trying to feed it to Butler. Now they get it to him out on the three-point line. On the right wing, being guarded by Cunningham. Driving to his left on him. Stepping back, fall away foul line jumper. Off the back rim, can't get it to go. Long rebound, and Cunningham secures it. Cunningham on his way to a triple-double tonight. He's up to 7 rebounds now. He's already got the double-double with points and assists. Cunningham on the left wing. They show a double team. They get it out to Sasser. Sasser, hesitation move on Bam. Puts up the floater. Can't get it to go. Paul Reed can't get the tip to go. And Hero clears it with the rebound. He's bringing it down. Hero up top, dancing with it. Crosses over to his left. Ball knocked loose. Sasser diving on the floor. The ball's still loose. They save it over to Holland. Holland catches it, driving it down, but Butler chases him down and knocks it loose before he can get into the front court. Tyler Hero's had a disastrous night tonight offensively. Keenan Hart said Cade is a budding star. Budding superstar. I think he's a star already. I think he's blossoming as a star right now. I don't like his minutes distribution. I feel like every time he starts to cook a little bit, like they're double teaming him right now. Bickerstaff takes him out of the game. I don't think Bickerstaff is very good at rotation management. Nice out of bounds plays. Beasley drives it down off the cut and then feeds a wide open cutting Paul Reed for an easy lefty layup. And Detroit takes a 19-point lead, 87-68 against Miami right now. 3:20 to go. Rozier steps back for a straightaway three over Paul Reed, gets it to go. Rozier can heat up quickly. Sasser bringing it down. Gets it over to Beasley. Beasley coming to his right off a read screen. Pulling it back out. Hero, jumps into it, but Beasley able to rip it away from him and then gets it over to Sasser, and Sasser knocks down a right wing three. A disastrous possession for the Heat, who thought they probably had a jump ball situation there. Butler driving it in on Paul Reed, gets the foul, just shoulder bumping him out of the way and gets the righty layup to go on the left side of the rim. Sending them to the foul line for one more. Tyler Hero got to hit that weight room a little bit. He got to stay in that weight room a little bit longer. Can't let Malik Beasley rip the ball away from you that easily. Keenan Hart said Bickerstaff not good at very much. I mean, he's a marked improvement against Monty Williams, who was an abject disaster last year. But like anybody would have been an improvement over Monty Williams last year. I'm not a fan of Bickerstaff as a head coach. Not me. A 1-3-1 zone here from the Heat. They swing it around. Beasley, wide open right wing three, splashes to nothing but net. Not a very good decision there from the Heat to go to that zone in that moment. 93-74 now. Butler has it up top. Throw it over the top to Love. And then inside, nice pass to Jaquez, standing under the basket by himself. And good foul from the Pistons to not give him the and one. Just going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Jaquez gets the first one to go. Keenan Hart said Monty, failed player, failed coach. He's had his good years. He had good years in New Orleans back in the day with Chris Paul. He had a good year in Phoenix, led them to a finals run. I just don't think he wanted that Pistons job. A similar thing happened with Phil Jackson. He didn't want the job, and then they offered him a contract you can't refuse. He literally changed the way coaches are paid because he got paid so much money. Like, you can't turn that down even if you don't want to coach anymore. You have to take the job. Now, he did a horrible job, but I just think he just didn't care and was just like, yeah, whatever. But, yeah, he definitely failed in Detroit for sure. But, like, he walked away with a bag, so. Duncan Robinson does knock down a right wing three in transition, making it a 14-point game. Now, Detroit, young team, could absolutely give this one right back to Miami. But, this is with Cade out of the game, so I think they just got to maintain. As Sasser, dribbling too much, slips and falls. Butler just picks it up, and now he's bringing it the other way. They have the advantage, leaves it off for Love for an easy. No, gets blocked. Gets blocked by the rookie Holland. Good hustle from the rookie Holland. It would have been a wide open layup from Love. Now Fontecchio lined up a left wing three. Ooh, halfway down, can't get it to stay though. Love, full home run court pass to Butler, and Butler standing on the baseline. And it's a turnover going back to the Pistons. 1:19 to go. Kid Hart said, can you say Gerard Mustaf, Mike Sweetney? Yeah. Like I said, though, he's had success as a coach, but he didn't do himself no favors with the job he did in Detroit. It was very evident from day one. It's like, what is he doing? Why is Cade Cunningham playing behind Killian Hayes? What is that about? They call a technical on Jimmy Butler for not giving the ref the ball and shooting it instead. And Beasley knocks down the technical free throw. (94-79), minute to go. Bam, 11 rebounds. Bam's not done too many things well tonight. Mathis. Bam hasn't done too many things well tonight, but he does. He's got 11 points and 6 rebounds. He only got 6 rebounds. Fontecchio in the right corner, 3, can't get it to go. Chases down his own offensive rebound, and they get fouled by Love going to the basket. He's got 2 free throws coming to him. Everything going the Pistons' way right now. Even without Cade Cunningham in the game, just out-hustling the Heat now. Not Joe said the Pistons need a superstar, sadly. Who knows, man? It might be Cade. We might be laying witness to his ascension to that spot, man. I mean, 6'8", point guard, ball handler. Oof. Mathis said, Bam is cooked, bro. I need 5 rebounds in the fourth quarter. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get that. You might. I don't know if Spoelstra is going to play maybe the whole fourth quarter. Maybe Miami gets back into this one. Like I said earlier, this is a young Pistons team. They could absolutely give this one right back to the Heat and allow them to get back into the game. Fontecchio knocks down both of his free throws. Jaquez driving it down the other way, blows past the defense and throws it down with the right hand. 15-point deficit for the Heat. Under a minute to go. Bam has absolutely had a downer of a year, Mathis. Absolutely has had a downer of a year. They get it up top to Holland, who pump fakes, blows past Kevin Love, gets into the paint, hangs into the air, can't get the layup to go, but he does get fouled by Jaime Jaquez Jr. He's going to send him to the foul line for 2 free throws. Ron Hollins had a nice impact on this game tonight. Just doing some little things, some intangibles. He's got 7 points so far. He's at the foul line for 2 free throws. Knocked down both of them, young man. And he misses the first one. Why did I give him the commentator's curse? Why did I do that? Bam going back to the bench. Probably going to sub into the start of the fourth quarter rather than come in for the final 30 seconds here. Holland knocks down the second free throw. Split them. Jaquez has it on the left wing, blowing past the defense. Euro stepping down the lane, flips it over the basket, can't get it to go, fight for the rebound. Thompson able to secure it. Thompson, home run pass. Ooh, gets picked off by Rozier. Rozier's going to bring it down now, and they're going to hold it for the final shot of the quarter as Butler has it up top being guarded by Holland, the rookie. Butler looking to attacking to his right hand, driving it down, kicks it out the last second to Rozier. One dribble to his left, puts it up, good contest, comes up short. Thompson with the rebound, home run to Beasley, but that's going to end the quarter right there, y'all. Good way to end the quarter for the Pistons. Surviving the Cunningham minutes, actually extending the lead a little bit, back up to 16. It was down to like 13-12 at one point. They did a good job of extending it back up. And Hart said, killing me Hayes. Yeah. Killian Hayes didn't work out. I liked Killian Hayes during his draft. I was like, oh, that's an interesting player. I didn't want our Knicks to take him, that's for sure. And I probably wouldn't have taken him in the lottery. You know, I said, yeah, Cade is that guy. I've been a huge fan of Cade for a long time, and I'm happy to see him finally kind of breaking through a little bit here. Mathis said, James Harden is the GOAT of basketball, but is deserved by the league? James Harden isn't even in the top 20 of basketball players, brother. He's not even in the top 30. Mathis said, your favorite player in basketball? My favorite player all time is Tracy McGrady. My favorite player in the league currently active is Giannis. I just like seeing a guy just be like, get out of my way. just move. I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you. I love to see him dominate the paint the way he does. Modern day version of Shaq. Just move. Get out of my way. Antetokounmpo, absolutely. Absolutely. Giannis is my favorite. Would have loved to see him in orange and blue. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. Ken Hart said LeBron is falling down my list every day. Come on, dog. You can't. You can't be judging LeBron based off of what he's doing in year 21. If that were the case, if we judge Jordan based off of what he did in his Wizards years, like, come on, man. Or if you're talking about, my bad, Ken Hart, if you're talking about your personal favorite players, Yeah, I get that. I get that for sure. My bad. I forgot what we were talking about. You're talking about your personal favorite list? Yeah, for sure. I see that. I can see that. He can be a very annoying person. Mathis said, I'm French and I love Wembanyama. Wemby future GOAT. I mean, he's definitely got the potential. He got to stop settling for jump shots. But we're back into it to start the fourth quarter. Jaquez driving it down, gets to the basket. Jaquez just putting his head down, getting to the basket, making plays happen right now. Ken Harris said, I wanted Giannis too. Yeah, I mean, he's my favorite player in the league. I always thought it was going to be a long shot. Once they made the Dame trade, I kind of resigned myself as like, all right, it's not going to happen. But Drew Smith picking it off from Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren, yet another terrible play, man. Like, he's just absent-minded. Turning it over there, leading to a wide-open shot for Rozier in the paint. Gets an easy bucket out of it. Just like that is down to 12. Cunningham's back in along with Duren. Hardaway's in it. Ryan Jarwin. What's up, Ryan? Hardaway is in the game now. He has it right now on the right wing. Now back up top to Cunningham. Cunningham probing his way down low. They bring a double team, pulling it back out. Looks like the Heat are in a little bit of a zone. Cunningham hits Jaquez with a move. Step back three, can't get it to go. Rozier with the rebound. He's bringing it down. In transition, hesitation move, stops in the paint, kicks it out to Bam. Bam pump fakes, kicks it in the corner. Jaquez puts up the three. Can't get it to go off the back rim. Fight for the rebound. Holland does a good job of knocking the ball away from the Heat and over to Fontecchio. Now Cunningham bringing it down. Cunningham on the right wing, coming to his right, pocket pass to Duren, but being held by Jaquez, foul on the floor. Mathis said, come on, Bam, 5 more rebounds. I'll let you know if he grabs them rebounds, Mathis. Keno Hart said, Jordan, Wiz was way better than LeBron now. Yeah, but you got to, like, LeBron's in year, what is this, 21, 22, something like that? Like, you can't judge this year LeBron to anybody. This year LeBron is crazy. This is unprecedented stuff. And he's not looked good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to say he's looked good, but good pass from Duren there to Fontecchio in the paint, gets it to go. Ryan Jarwin said, need 3 assists, lock this play in. 3 assists from who? From Hardaway? Hardaway's a shooter, man. I don't know if you're going to get the 3 assists here in the fourth quarter. You might. As Miami misses another 3. Cunningham has it on the left wing. Being guarded by Bam. Coming to his left. They bring a double team. Pass fake. Picks his dribble up. Kicks it out to Hardaway Jr. Over to Fontecchio. Fontecchio driving it down. Ball knocked loose. And Bam picks it up. Bam bringing it down now. Gets it over to Jaquez. Jaquez throws it away. Steal from Hardaway Jr. Hit ahead to Beasley. Beasley coming down and he throws it down. Right-handed hammer in transition. And another timeout from the Heat. Ken Hart said, I think LeBron is responsible for the decline of the NBA. Wemby is one of my favorite young players. I think LeBron is responsible for keeping the NBA alive for the last couple of years. I don't think he's responsible for the decline of the NBA. I think who's responsible for the decline of the NBA is the NBA. I think the NBA has absolutely mismanaged the way you market basketball games. Like, you got to think back in the day, they used to market these games, man. Like, it used to be prime time. You got to tune in. It's this player versus this player tonight. It's this hot team versus this hot team tonight. And they don't do that anymore. When was the last time they advertised to us like a really good game? Like, you got to tune in for this game tonight. They don't do that no more, man. They don't market these games. They don't make them a big deal. Back in the day, they used, like, even on the court, they used to show you the player introductions. They used to get you hyped. They used to put together programs specifically introducing those games that night. They don't do that anymore. They just said, screw it. Screw it. Oof. K. Hazy said, I think the Nets might call Killian Hayes now that Schroeder's gone. Let's see it. I think Killian Hayes, didn't Killian Hayes leave for overseas? I think he's done in the NBA. I think he's done in the NBA. Mathis said, is Jokic seriously, is a joke seriously Butler has 9 rebounds and Bam 6? Oh yeah. Yeah, Bam just not rebounding tonight. Bam had a very bad game today. We talked about earlier tonight how disappointing of a season Bam Adebayo's had. They really needed him to take a little bit of an offensive jump, and he's coming off the Olympics run where, like, you would have thought he would have taken a bit of a leap, but he seems to be stagnating and declining a little bit here. Ryan Jarman said, rebounds, I meant assists on another lineup. So you need 3 rebounds from Tim Hardaway Jr. or 3 more rebounds? Tim Hardaway Jr. he's got 2 rebounds. Do you need 3 rebounds total or 3 more rebounds? Keenan Hart said, yeah, but it's only highlighted the crap he was getting away with the last 8 years or so. LeBron was a stud in Cleveland the first go-around, but now his stats aren't even true. They're making up assists for him. I don't think they're making up assists for him. I think he's just... I don't even know what you mean by the crap he's gotten away with the last 8 years or so. Like, everything that LeBron has done the last couple of years has been icing on the cake. LeBron should have been retired years ago. If LeBron retired years ago, you wouldn't have had any of these complaints. You know, like, I don't even look at LeBron as, like, he's still adding to his resume or anything like that. Like, I just appreciate the last couple of years you have left of the guy. The same way we did with Kobe, when Kobe was not competing and he was literally one of the worst players in the league. Literally nobody cared because we got to watch Kobe one last season, you know? So just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. The only reason why you're upset about LeBron is because Stephen A. Smith and ESPN literally won't shut up about the guy in the Lakers. But nobody else cares because we all know what the deal is. They're not a good team. Just enjoy it. Cunningham, nice pass inside the Dern. Gets the layup and the foul. As soon as you can work your mind to realize none of it matters, nobody really cares about what's going on with the Lakers, is just a fabrication by ESPN, I think the more you'll be able to enjoy the fact that you got you know, however long LeBron decides to play, until he's 45 or whatever. But, you know, like if you get 1 more year out of him, if you get 2 more years out of him, just enjoy the fact that the guy's still playing basketball at a pretty high level. Mathis said, Kobe, James, or Jordan? I mean, I didn't get to watch Jordan, so hard for me to pick him. I was too young for that. As much as I love Kobe, if you're asking me who do I like more, it's still LeBron, but Kobe's not even in the same conversation as LeBron and Jordan. Rozier stepped back, right wing 3, can't get it to go. Miami's kind of entering this portion of the game where they're just going to start jacking up threes. It's 104-88. And then Cunningham steps back and knocks down a 3. And just digging the knife in deeper. Adebayo misses another shot. Dern with a rebound. Here comes Cade. Keenan Hart said they can't advertise a 3-point shooting contest. They can. They can. They do it every year for the All-Star game, and everybody tunes in for it. It's great. But it's also, most nights aren't a 3-point contest. If you're tuning into these games, Keenan Hart, you know, that Houston-Oklahoma City game was a fantastic defensive-minded game. As Rozier gets fouled going to the basket, he's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Those were 2 teams going at it defensively. It was a great game to watch. It was great. It was aggressive. They were going at each other. Neither team could buy a basket from the perimeter, so at a certain point, they were just like, all right, we're going to the basket, we're banging bodies. It was a great game. And the advertisement for that game, Kinahara, was the league saying, so these aren't the glamour markets that I think everybody was expecting to watch tonight. And it's like, what are you talking about? Literally, I think the leader in the MVP candidacy, well, Jokic is the leader right now, but one of the leaders in Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is leading his team, who's one of the best teams in the league right now, against a young, up-and-coming Houston Rockets team who's bucking the trend. Like you said, oh, you can't market a 3-point shooting contest. The Rockets are bucking the trend. They're a defensive-minded team, getting it through second chance points and hustle stats and rebounding and beating you up in the paint and dominating you with defense, especially with their perimeter players, with Tari Eason, Amen Thompson, and Fred VanVleet, and Dylan Brooks. And you telling me that they didn't market that? They didn't market it. They did the opposite. They said, well, we know these aren't the teams you guys want to watch. What are you talking about? That's the league's fault. That is the league's fault. You said you can't market a 3-point contest? That was the opposite of a 3-point contest that game. And the league said, we know y'all don't really want to watch this game, so you don't have to watch it. What? What? That was literally, look up there. It was floating around Twitter. It was floating around social media. That was literally something the NBA, the press release the NBA put out about the NBA Cup qualifying game. That was the press release they put out. We know this isn't the glamour markets you wanted to watch. What? That's how you advertise your league? We know you guys didn't want to watch this game anyway. It blew my mind because it was a good game. It was a really good game. It was a tough physical game. Bam gets an easy layup at the basket. It blew my mind, dude. It was so crazy. So the fact that anybody would blame viewership issues on literally anybody but the NBA. It is the leadership in charge of the NBA. It's Adam Silver's fault. It is the guys in charge of marketing team. It's the marketing team. It's all of those guys. It's ESPN. It's TNT. They just have gone away from marketing these teams, marketing these matchups, marketing the players. They don't market Jokic. They don't market Giannis. They don't market SGA. They continue to rely on LeBron, Steph Curry, and KD. Right? And those three guys are old as hell. All three of them. Old as hell. They are no longer the draw in the league. And the league was so swept up in marketing those guys as often as they could that they never took the time to build up the stars that are here now. And now they're scrambling because they're like, well, we never built up these guys. And so we have to start building up these younger guys. But we don't know if we could build up these younger guys because there's not as good as the guys who are doing it now. So everybody's just kind of confused and the audiences don't know who to pay attention to because we were never able to build them up. It's crazy to me. It's crazy to me. The league has taken, as a whole, the league themselves have taken a whole step back in terms of realizing why people like your league. It's like David Stern was like, here you go, Adam Silver, you take over. You've been by my side for years. I'm retiring. I'm out of the game. Here you go. And it's like Adam Silver was like, wait, hold on. Explain it to me. What was going on with the league again? It's like, were you paying attention, Adam Silver? Were you paying attention? Marilyn Tinsley, what's up, Marilyn? Okay, he said we have brought into the Lakers draft price. Keenhar said they didn't market SGA at all. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, Keenhar. It's crazy. It's crazy. I gotta make a video about this. Because I gotta formulate my thoughts, and so I'm not just completely ranting, but I kind of want it to be a rant because it is crazy to me. It is crazy to me that the NBA is in quote unquote a ratings I don't know. The ratings are dropping. They're in a little bit of a rating scare, which I think is kind of bogus a little bit anyway, because the way that they have it now, like I said, they don't market big games, so people don't feel the need to tune into them, number one. But then number two, if you ask a lot of younger people, like my age and younger, everyone's illegally streaming these games, which obviously don't count towards the ratings. But nobody is looking to pay for NBA League Pass, and nobody is, and with the rise of people cutting the cords and cable and them not having access to it, and the only thing they really have access to is the internet. You can find these games on the internet illegally. It is not difficult. Cunningham, nice pass to Thompson, who blows the layup. 7 minutes to go. Hero with a three in transition. Can't get it to go. Dern with a nice rebound. 107-92. I think this game's over. It's 16. Approaching the halfway point of the fourth quarter here. I'm rambling now. I said it's the players, not the city they play in. I mean, back in the day, they were able to market players in smaller cities. They don't do it anymore. They don't do it anymore. They used to have cool graphics. They used to have like a little like nice intro, kind of documenting the storyline of these two teams going against each other, these two players going against each other, why it matters. They would document the last time they met and why it's different. It's going to be different this time, and it's a big game. It's got implications for the seeding and where they are in the standings and what it could lead to in the playoff situation and who has the upper hand and going against each other. It's going to be a tactical game and the styles contrast against each other. They don't do any of that. The pregame doesn't even do any of that. They bring on like Shams Charania to talk about like the trade block. We're in goddamn December and we're talking about trades. Come on, man. Nice assist from Dern to get Thompson an easy dunk. The Heat just going for steals and threes right now. They're trying to get back into this one. It's not looking good for them. Down by 15. Hero driving it down, puts up the floater, gets it to go. Kennard said another news Dern hit. I said, hand-picked successors rarely work. Agree, silver blows. Stern was marketing competent. Yeah, I mean, Stern took the league over when, as Beasley knocks down yet another three. Stern took the league over when they were awful. They were absolutely terrible. They had only really survived the 80s because of Bird and Magic when they came into the league. And then when Stern took over, that's when Jordan came in, and he realized the marketing opportunity with Jordan. And we haven't looked back. We literally hadn't looked back since then. And that's when the league really took off. And since then, like, the NFL has, even the MLB has realized how important it is to market games and what that can do for you. The MLB saw a little bit of an uptick in their ratings. I've seen people talk about how the issue with the NBA and their viewership right now is the fact that these games are way too accessible. I think it's the opposite. I think they're not accessible at all. Because it's not enough to tune into a basketball game. You need a storyline. Like, if you're a casual fan, why would you tune into the Houston OKC game if all ESPN is going to talk about is how nobody wanted to see these two teams play? Like, if you're a casual fan and you don't know much about what's going on, you tune into that game and you're like, oh, people don't really care about this game? All right, let me just tune into something else. Wasn't that like on a Friday night? Like, what if they were like, hey, let me tune into Friday Night SmackDown? If it's on a Monday night and they do that, oh, well, let me just tune on to Monday Night Football or Monday Night Raw. Like, there's other sporting events going on. Like, they're not even challenging these other places to get the audience of people, right? Like, if you were like, yo, this is a huge game coming up, OKC versus Houston, top 3 seeds going at it, right? Houston can make a name for themselves going at the top dog in the West here, the favorite in the West. Make a statement, come out and beat this team, give it to them, show them they're for real. There was nothing like that. There was no talk about it. 2576 says the NBA needs star power to push its brand. They got star power. They don't market them. Giannis is a huge star. He's literally the perfect encapsulation of how you should be able to market a foreign-born player. Like, I've seen a lot of people be like, oh, well, part of the issue is all the best players in the league now are foreign-born players and not American-born players. And it's like, all right, like, they call an offensive foul in the Heat here. 112, 108, 98. 5 minutes to go. But, like, I get the argument that a lot of foreign-born players in the league right now, it's hard to market them. Jokic, Luka, I get it. SGA is Canadian. Does that even really count? But Giannis is the perfect foreign-born player to market. He absolutely ingratiated himself into American culture, right? When he was earlier in his career, when he was a lot younger, he talked about, like, oh, I love trying all these new foods, and I love trying Oreos. I love Oreos, and have you guys tried smoothies? Smoothies are incredible. It's how easy is that? I can market that. I can create, graphics and commercials celebrating Giannis as an up-and-coming player. He won 2 straight MVPs, and the league was just like, he's Greek. His last name's hard to say, isn't it, guys? That was their marketing ploy. Isn't this guy's last name hard to say, guys? That was their marketing ploy for Giannis. Horrific stuff. Detroit kind of letting Miami get back into this one. And blocking foul this time. They call it blocking foul on Hardaway. I thought that was going to be a charge. Ken Hart said, yeah, Knicks 25, but you don't get star power by living on fumes of LeBron from 2005. You recognize Jokic, Wemby, SGA, etc. are the hot young commodity. Yeah, and they just, like, I get Jokic, he makes it difficult because he's a boring guy and he makes it seem like he doesn't even really like basketball. But that's hilarious. Lean into that. Jokic is a funny guy. Lean into the funny. And they just refuse to do it. There's ways to do it. I get it, he makes it difficult, but you're not going to market Jokic in the same way you marketed Kobe and LeBron. You can market Jokic in a similar way you marketed Tim Duncan. right? Like he's down to earth. He's just a regular guy. And yet he still dominates on the court. And he's silly and he's funny and he loves horses. And he says funny things. And he's very candid. It's not difficult. The league makes it a lot more difficult than it is. They double teamed Cade. Cade turned it over before. And they call a timeout. Pistons call a timeout. It is 110-112, 12-point game. Miami kind of crawling their way back into it, 4 minutes to go. Ken Hart said, look at my last post, Olajuwon and Yao Ming. NBA was fine with those stars. Ginobili, Tony Parker, Kobe from Europe. I mean, Kobe was marketed from Philly. A lot of people didn't even know he spent time in Europe. But like you could do the same thing with SGA, right? SGA went to school in America, like, but they marketed him as Canadian, dude. Like they talk non-stop about how he's Canadian and he's on the Canadian national team. It's like nobody cares about that. Stop talking about it. Nobody cares. That's not how you market that. Right? The only time you bring up FIBA is if you're talking about the American team, because that's what American audiences care about. You don't need to market the Canadian team. We don't care. The only time we care is every 4 years when the Olympics come around. So talk about SGA and his come up. How about the fact that he spent his rookie year on the Clippers and then they traded his ass away? How about we talk about that a little bit? People don't even realize some people don't even realize he wasn't drafted to OKC. He spent his first year with the Clippers. Like, these are things we should know. These are things people should know. They should be stories that are talked about relentlessly, and they're not. And they're not. Cunningham has it up top. They're trying to force the ball out of Cunningham's hands. Hardaway fires the three, can't get it to go. Miami, their scramble defense is forcing Detroit in some bad shots right now. They're trying to get back into this one. After my rant, I'm just going to come back and call the game like normal. Hero trying to draw the foul, doesn't get it off to miss three. Cunningham with the rebound, he's bringing it down. 25-26 said, Barkley, Shaq, Pippen, MJ, the Admiral were marketable because they had personality. These players do have personality. They're not void of personality. You just don't see them. You think they don't have personality because they're not marketed at all. Cunningham blows a layup. Pistons are going to throw away their opportunity to put the nail in the coffin here. Miami's going to claw their way back into it. Thompson guarding Butler here, driving it down, picks up the foul. He's going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Keno Hart said, you don't think America is full of slow white dad bods like Luka and Jokic who want to root for those guys? That's what I'm talking about, Keno Hart. You hit it right on the head. That's a perfect way of marketing them. You're telling me that if you go to your local YMCA right now, if you go to your local LA Fitness right now, your local gym, that when you walk in there, you're not seeing every white dude there play like Luka and Jokic? Every tall white guy plays exactly like Jokic. In my experience, every tall white guy I've ever played with plays exactly like Jokic. Every single one. Luka's a little different because he got a little sauce in his ball handle, the step back. But even Luka, I've played with a bunch of white guys who they love stepping back for threes on you. They love James Harden. They love themselves some Luka. They love shooting them three. Kennard said, Barkley is still my favorite NBA personality. I love that guy. He's hilarious. No BS. There's plenty of guys like that around the league, and the league just doesn't market their personalities. Right? Like if Barkley, you got to think about it this way. If Barkley was in the league today, the NBA would be fining him relentlessly until he shut his mouth. The NBA would fine him and not allow his personality to shine to the point where he would just be like, all right, well, I'm just not going to say nothing ever. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and then go away in the shadows and make my money. I'm not saying the league should allow these players to say whatever they want, but every time they express some personality out on the court, especially out on the court, they get fined. And nobody likes losing money. I don't care how much money you make. Nobody likes losing money. Rozier gets an easy layup at the basket, and Hero hit a three. So now it's 106 to 112 with 2:24 to go. And the Pistons are struggling to put the ball in the basket right now. And they're allowing Miami Heat's scramble defense to take over this game. It's back to a 6-point game, y'all. All that rambling just for the Heat to have a comeback here. 25-26, do NBA fans outside of Dallas know Doncic's personality? No, I can't even say I know Doncic's personality. I know he's a crybaby. I know he's an asshole. I know he's super competitive, but he's also really silly. Like, he does some silly stuff. He has some silly celebrations. But again, the league doesn't allow you to express yourself on the court. They fine you for that. They fine you for silly celebrations. I said, remember when David Robinson did those commercials with the pianist Vladimir for Kuzny, where he dunked that old white piano player? Yeah, man, they don't do fun commercials anymore. I think the commercials and the advertisements in general have just been awful, like across the board, like not just NBA, but like altogether. And I think part of the reason is nobody wants to be silly and fun anymore. Everybody wants to be super serious and cool. Everybody wants to look cool now. It's like, y'all don't need to look cool, man. You can look silly. Looking silly is a lot more cool to me. It's hilarious. It's fun. Think about Grandmama. Who in the NBA today is putting on the Grandmama outfit that Larry Johnson wore? Like, bro, who is doing that? Nobody wants to look like that. Everybody thinks like, no, I want to be the cool guy. You're not the cool guy. Just be you. Just be cool with it. Pistons need to score here, man, desperately. They get it to Cade in the high post. Jab step, coming to his left. Hesitation move, kicks it back out to Beasley. He's got a fire at the buzzer and doesn't even hit the rim. Shot clock violation. Under 2 to go. 6-point lead for the Pistons. Kay Hazy said the Pistons are selling this game. Yes, they are. I said exactly, Grandmama. Like, who is doing that, man? Let these players be fun and silly. Like, think about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's super marketable. Fun, silly, doesn't care what you think about him. He'll do silly stuff like he did as Tyler Hero knocks down another three. Oh, boy, it's a one-possession game, y'all. It's a one-possession game. Jimmy Butler, last 2 years, came in with the silly hairstyles, and he got mocked and memed on. And then the league even told him, like, stop doing that. Like, what do you mean stop doing that? That's funny. We were laughing at it. We were having fun. The Heat leave Thompson wide open for a left corner three. He misses it. All right, we got to lock into this game real quick. Let's lock into the game. Tyler Hero has it up top. Gets it over to Butler. Butler on the right wing. Crosses over to his left on. Hardaway Jr. gets to the basket. Gets the layup to go. It's a 1-point game. Oh, Detroit. I thought you had this in the bag, Detroit. I thought you had this in the bag. Cunningham bringing it down. Ken Smith. Coming to his left. Dancing with it. Driving to his right. Stopping. Spinning. Ball knocked loose. You got to know, Cade. Butler. Great defense coming over. Taking the ball from him. They get it over to Butler. Butler driving along the baseline. Gets caught under the basket. They swing it around to Hero. Hero catches. Pump fakes. One dribble in. A three-pointer straight away. Well short. Can't get it to go. But Butler chases down the rebound. 40 seconds to go. The Heat down one. Butler in the left corner. Blows by Duren. Goes up. Reverse layup. Air balls. Air mails. They're looking for the foul. Good job by Duren. They're not foul. We talked about Jalen Duren. Fouling nonstop all game long. I believe he's got 5 fouls right now. Did a great job right there. Standing off of Butler, making it still difficult, and forced him to miss. Now Cunningham has it up top. 5 seconds on the shot clock, 15 seconds on the game clock. Cunningham up top, crossing over to his right, driving it down, spins in the paint, takes the contact, and a blocking foul on Drew Smith. Cunningham going to the foul line for 2 free throws. Or is he? Are they in the bonus? I said he had Detroit as point shaving. Drew Smith has fouled out, which is hilarious for a guy who comes off the bench to foul out. Mr. Onion. Or MRO. Neon. I mean, you capitalized it. Mr. Onion, what's poppin', my guy? Cunningham at the foul line knocks down the first one, giving them a 2-point lead. But you got to knock down the next one to make sure you can't lose the game on a 3. Best they can do is tie it if you hit this free throw, Cade. Got to come through. Mr. Onion said, I liked and sub. Appreciate you, Mr. Onion. Appreciate you. We didn't put the poll up for tomorrow's game. We'll look at it in a second. Cunningham goes 2-2 at the foul line. And a timeout from the Heat. All right. We can look up to see what game we're going to watch tomorrow. Real quick. Pistons up by 3. 10 seconds to go. Timeout for the Heat. So we got a second here to just look at this. Actually, let's go around the league a little bit. Looks like Philly's going to pull it out over the Hornets. The Bulls are beating up on the Raptors, up by 12. The Cavs absolutely dominated the Nets. And then tomorrow's game. There's only one game. It's the Bucks Thunder NBA Cup game. I guess we got to do that. 8:30 game. 8:30 game. So we're going to do the Bucks Thunder game tomorrow. I forgot. It's the NBA Cup game. 8:30 is a little bit later than I want to, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And then no games Wednesday anyway, so we're cool. And then we'll be back Thursday for the Knicks game. Cool. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for that game as well. Mr. Onion said, I met Jimmy Butler today. Shout out to you, Mr. Onion. Was it cool, man? Was he cool? Would you just dap him up? Butler said, Kinhara said, Butler has 31, 14, and 8. Whoa. Whoa. Jimmy Butler, does he really? Jimmy Butler? 31, 14 rebounds, 8 assists. Yeah, he put the team on his back today. Tyler Hero, 8 for 20. 3 for 12 from 3. He's got 20 points, but he needed 20 shots to get to 23 points. Oh, snap. My bad, y'all. We can't have that. We can't have that. I can't be showing you the game like that. My bad. They get it in the Butler. YouTube's definitely going to come get my butt. Butler driving it down, hands it off to Hero. Hero, quick catch, fires from 3. Rattles it in. Oh, boy. If there's one thing I don't want, y'all, is overtime. And no timeouts. Cunningham driving it down. Cunningham, a pull-up D3, knock it down for me. Off the back rim. We got overtime. I don't want overtime. I want to go to bed. Tyler Hero, why? Why, Tyler? I don't want no overtime. And that's Jimmy Butler's 9th assist, technically, on the handoff. Ricardo said, should we root for OKC tomorrow? They have our own iHeart. Once a Nick, always a Nick. Nah. He doesn't fall into the category of once a Nick, always a Nick, Ricardo. Nah, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's dead to me. I hate Harnstein, and I'll be rooting for his failures. So I'm rooting for him to lose tomorrow. Absolutely betrayed us. Benedict Arnold. Benedict Arnold Hartenstein. Hope he and his team fails tomorrow. You know, I said should have done the Raptors. Okay, he said Tyler Hero's 99 clutch. 3GP said I heart trader. I heart trader. Yeah, he's a traitor. He's a traitor. I will be booing him relentlessly tomorrow, for sure. Mr. Onion said, yeah, dap out and singing. Fire. Fire. Happy for you, Mr. Onion. I'm happy for you. 25-26 said, Bobby Portis was a former Knick as well. True. True. I will be rooting for Crazy Eyes Bobby Portis. I will be rooting for my favorite player in the league, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Kinar said, boy, am I getting screwed by Yabusele? What does Yabusele do to you? Also, we got to set up the faded 5th quarter. Again, never set up the overtime. Instead of going to the 5th quarter, I never set up the overtime. Also, I'm going to have to lower it to 5 minutes, which means I got to do some stuff here. Good thing we remembered that. Where is it now? Where is it? Where is it? It's over here. Now it's over here. Now I click on this, and now I can make this 5 minutes. And then this I don't want to touch. 5th quarter is fine with me. There we go. Kinhara, crazy eyes indeed, Portis. Not having the greatest of years, but I always appreciate Bobby Portis for that one game he had for the Knicks against Chicago. We went back against Chicago. Always appreciate him for that. All right, let's get ready for overtime. Five more minutes on the clock. Let's get this one over. Miami's going to get the ball to start the quarter here. Hero gets it over to Rozier. Rozier has it up top. Gets it over to Adebayo, being guarded by Duren. Swing through to his right. Loses the ball, and Cunningham picks it up. Cunningham bringing it down. Has it up top, being guarded by Rozier. Dancing with it. Crosses over to his left. Leaning in, going all the way to the basket. Flips it up at the basket. Lost it. Picks it back up. Pump fake, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Duren fighting for the rebound. Ball knocked loose. Butler picks it up and gets fouled by Cunningham. And the Heat are just mucking the game up. At one point, Cunningham had complete control of this game and then allowed Miami to speed him up. Cunningham still has a lot to learn. He's got 18 points, 9 rebounds, and 15 assists. Oof. Rozier has it at the foul line, fends off Hardaway Jr. with the offhand, and then throws the lob inside the band for the easy layup. And here comes Cunningham. Cunningham has it up top, being guarded by Rozier. Coming to his right. Off of Thompson's screen, pocket pass to Thompson, gets stripped by Butler, and it's off of Thompson. Ball going back to the Heat. Looks like the Heat are going to be able to pull this one out. Everything going their way right now. They have the advantage and the momentum. Butler is absolutely locked in tonight. He's having a fantastic game. Rozier has it up top. Gets it over to Bam. Bam. Coming to his left. Good to now defense from the Pistons right now. Hands it off to Rozier. Rozier crossing over, stepping back, mid-range jumper over Beasley. Comes up short. Duren with the rebound. And here comes Cunningham. Cunningham, extra pass to Beasley. Beasley driving along the baseline. Fends off Rozier, but blows the layup. And Butler with yet another rebound. Butler's got, 17 rebounds tonight? Butler has it up top, being guarded by Thompson. Directing traffic. Coming to his left. Off a Bam screen, putting his head down, attacking Duren, fends him off with the body, and then gets the layup to go over Duren. Tough move from Jimmy Butler. And Miami with a 4-point lead. Their largest lead of the game, by the way, right now is a 4-point lead. As Beasley misses a 3. Beasley hit 7 threes tonight, and now has gone ice cold when the Pistons have needed him most. Butler has it up top, 3 minutes to go, with a 4-point lead. Butler's going to wind down as much time as he can. Butler driving to his left on Thompson. Kicks it out the last second. Wild pass makes its way out to Duncan Robinson. Duncan Robinson swing through to his right, driving it down, goes to the basket, flips it up with the right hand, gets it to go over Duren, and the Pistons look defeated. They look like they're giving up a little bit right now. 2:49 to go. We got a timeout from the Pistons as they go down by 6, their largest deficit of the game. Oof. Ricardo said, best 2 words in basketball, double overtime. I would lose my mind, Ricardo. I would lose my mind. 25-26, that's when the Knicks had like 5 power forwards. Yeah. And rightfully got mocked for it. They signed like 3 of them in one offseason. They had, or 4 of them. They had Morris, they had Randall, Taj, and Portis. And they also had Kevin Knox on the roster. So it was like, where are you fitting him in all of this? You just drafted him a year ago. So Mr. Onion said, if you remember that he went to overtime last game with the Pistons, Tyler went off. I don't remember that. But he definitely went off in that fourth quarter there. All-Star Thompson hounded him all night. He made it very difficult for Tyler Hero. He had nothing going all night. And then in the fourth quarter, it feels like the Pistons let their foot off the gas pedal. And Miami kept chipping away at it, kept mucking the game up. And now all of a sudden, Miami has complete control of this game now. Ken Hart said, Luka had a 45-point triple-double last night. And Jokic had 56 and 45 in back-to-back. Speaking of white dad bods. Yeah, and not much of a peep out of anybody. About it. Cunningham feeds Beasley, coming around the screen, puts up the three, can't get it to go. Hero with the rebound, good boxing out from the Heat there. And Hero bringing it down, crosses over on Cade, pulling it back out. Duren switches onto him. Hero has it on the right wing, but he likes this matchup. Now, Hardaway Jr. switches onto him. Now they get it over to Duncan Robinson. They're swinging it around. Rozier steps back, gets it over to Robinson, catches, pump fake, spins, driving to his right, gets to the paint, flips it up with the right hand, splashes it. And Duncan Robinson, all of a sudden, pump faking, driving to the basket again, scoop layups to go. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to fire a deep three. It was a terrible shot, but he got it to go. 5-point game. Not insurmountable. Under 2 to go. Hero has it up top, being guarded by Cade. They get it over to Butler, being guarded by Holland. Cross-court pass. Hero wide open after Cade gets caught on the screen. Hero can't get the 3 to go, though. Cade with the rebound. I believe that gives him a triple-double if he didn't already have it. Cade bringing it down now against Rozier. Duncan Robinson switches on to him. Cade's going to look to exploit. Crosses over, driving it down, kicks it out. Hardaway just made one, now makes 2. Making it a 2-point game. Okay, so maybe the Pistons aren't going to go away that easily. Tim Hardaway Jr., the veteran. This is why you get veterans on your team. K. Hazy said, damn, this is over. Not yet. Not yet. I also thought it was over. K. Hazy, but the Pistons locking in, coming right back. 2-point game. Not over yet. Ken Hart said, Pistons looking like my dad's rusted old Oldsmobile right now. I mean, 2 back-to-back threes from Hardaway Jr., 6-point swing, down 8 to now down 6. GP said this reminds me of a Knicks game. K. Hazy, uh-oh. Ken Hart says, Cade has 18, 10, and 17. 18 and 17 is crazy. And I promise you, you won't hear a peep out of it. See, Cade is the perfect guy right now to start marketing. Like, if you want to talk about, too many foreign-born guys. American-born player, high school phenom, went to OKC. Technically, he went to Oklahoma State, came out as the #1 pick, went to a dysfunctional Detroit Pistons team, stuck it out, signed his rookie extension contract, and is now making the leap. They're putting the graphic up right now. He has the 3rd most triple-doubles in the league this season. Jokic has 9, LeBron ridiculously has 7, and then Cade has 6, including his one tonight, which is just, how do we not market that? Budding up-and-coming star, how do we not market that? Butler has it up top, hands it off to Hero. Hero driving to his left, slips, regains balance, kicks it out to Bam. Bam's not even looking at the basket. Now hands it off to Robinson. Robinson caught in the air, gets it back to Bam. Bam hands it off to Hero. Hero fading. Terrible shot. Wasn't even close. Cunningham hit ahead the terrible shot from Hardaway. He splashes it. Horrific shot. Horrific shot from Hardaway Jr. And he splashes in nothing but net. It was barely in his hands. It was a 3 in transition. Cunningham hit Hardaway Jr. with the hit-ahead shot. Hardaway, barely the ball in his hands, was lining up for the 3. I'm going to show you right now. Hit ahead pass to Hardaway. He caught it, leaning, and just chucked that thing up, and it went in. I'm not even exaggerating. Leaning that far. Like this. What? What? Okay. Okay. 9 points for Hardaway in the quarter here. A minute to go, now under a minute. Butler has it up top, being guarded by Cunningham. They get it over to Rozier. Someone lost his shoe. Butler lost his shoe. It's just on the court there. They're kicking it around. Bam has it in the post. Duren guarding him. Fall away. Well short. Butler offensive rebound goes up and he banks it in with one shoe on. What is this game? He retake the lead. Butler putting his shoe back on. It's a 5-on-4. Cunningham driving it down. Going all the way. Flips it up at the basket. Gets it to go. And the Pistons retake the lead. 37 seconds to go. What is going on? Now Hero bringing it down against Holland, the rookie. Hero crosses over to his right. They show two. Now coming to his left off the Bam screen. He's got space. A straightaway three. Misses it. Long rebound. Duren secures the rebound, and they hand it off to Cade. And he's telling everybody to get the hell out of my way. Cade bringing it down. And they end up fouling him 15 seconds. And it looks like the Pistons are going to survive this. Excellent, gritty win for the Pistons on the back of Tim Hardaway Jr. My goodness. So the Pistons had to inbound the ball because they weren't in the bonus, and Tim Hardaway Jr.'s got to call a timeout. He couldn't get it in. Mr. Onion said it's not over. Not over. 16 seconds, only in a one-point game. A lot of time left. A lot of time left. Ricardo said this definitely looks like a competitive 90s game. I promise you it doesn't, Ricardo. I promise you it doesn't. The 90s don't look like this, brother. Mr. Onion said we've seen Tyler for sure. He just hit the three to send it to overtime. He could definitely do another one. Kenar said overcoming 35, 18, and 9 out of Butler. Yeah. I mean, this is also just evidence of how bad Miami's situation really is. Like, Butler's going off, having a great game, and it's taking all of this out of him to barely be competitive with the Pistons tonight, you know? They're getting almost nothing out of Bam. Bam has been invisible tonight. He has been absolutely invisible tonight. And the only reason Miami got back into it is because Tyler Hero finally started to make shots in the fourth quarter after Detroit let their foot off the gas. Hardaway's got to get it in now. No more timeouts remaining for the Pistons. Miami still has one timeout left. 15 seconds to go. Miami's going to look to foul immediately on the inbounds. And Hardaway throws it away. Hero picks it up. What was that? And Miami's going to call a timeout with 9 seconds left. Kenar said Bam is a -10. Hardaway was the hero to bring his team back from the dead here in overtime. And then Hardaway throws it away. And then he just throws it away. You just have to get it into Beasley's hands. He threw it away from Beasley, thinking Beasley was going to go into the backcourt to get it. Kenar said Butler's a +11. While Bam is a -10 is crazy. That's crazy. And that's the give and take of Tim Hardaway Jr., ladies and folks. Oh, man. He giveth and he taketh away. Absolutely on a heater in overtime here, knocking down 3 threes in overtime, scoring 9 points in overtime to drag the Pistons back into it when it seemed like all hope was lost, all momentum was going Miami's way, and Hardaway Jr., a deep left wing three. And then Cade generates a good open look for him from 3. And then an absolutely horrific pull-up 3 in transition. And he splashes all 3 of them. And then at the very end, absolutely just throws the ball away. There's nowhere near Beasley. Right into Tyler Hero's hands. So now the Heat have the ball with the opportunity to win the game. I don't know why you don't have Cade inbounding it. Literally your best passer. I'll never understand why you don't have your best passer inbound it. I don't care if they're your best player. I don't even care if they're your best free throw shooter. The most important thing is to inbound the ball. Worry about the free throw shots after you inbound the ball. Duncan Robinson's got to get it in. They throw it over the top to Butler, who catches, goes up, no foul call. Butler gets it back, goes up, and then gets fouled. So Jimmy Butler's going to go to the foul line to win the game right now. But there is 6.4 on the clock. Detroit will have an opportunity. Ricardo said they called the timeout just for that turnover. Hardaway thought they were. Oh no, they're gonna call it on the floor. No free throws for Butler. So now Duncan Robinson's got to inbound it again. 6.4 on the clock. Robinson gets it over to Hero. Hero up top. 5, 4. Hero dancing up top against Duran on the switch. Puts it up. High arcing 3. Can't get it to go. Thompson with the rebound. And that's going to be the game, folks. The Pistons survive the Miami Heat comeback. And Tim Hardaway Jr. is saved as Beasley goes and embraces him as he should. As he should. You know, I said Hawkins has been terrible, as Charles says. Yes. Yes. Oof. After all of that, the Pistons able to pull it out. Thank goodness. Last thing I wanted was a double overtime situation. I can't believe they called that on the floor, though. Should have been 2 free throws for Butler, in my opinion. But that's going to be it for us. Miami loses. That's going to send them to 13-11, which is nice. Detroit's going to improve to 11-16. Good for them. Like I said, I think they're going to crawl their way back up towards 500 here. Trey chilling. What's up, Trey? It's because I had Heat money line shaking my head. You were so close, Trey. You were so close. Mark said, love Heat losses. Me too, brother. Me too. Absolutely adore them. But I think that's going to be it for us tonight, guys. Oof. K. Hazy said, that's it. This is what I wanted. Can't let the Pistons get too cocky. Appreciate everybody. Good stream. Good game. We finally got a good game on one of these non-Knicks nights, right? We've been struggling to find good games. And we almost watched that Cleveland Brooklyn Nets game. That was what everyone voted on. If it wasn't for the situation where I can't watch them, we would have done that game tonight, and we would have ended the night early because that ended up being an absolutely stinker of a game. If we go through the box scores now, yeah, they're up by almost 50 or 40, almost 40. 37 right now. And then even the Bulls Raptors, that's a 10-point game. RJ with 27 and 9. He continues to hoop on everybody. I love to see it. Philly ended up winning against Charlotte. Didn't end up looking like it was a great game. Philly led pretty much the whole way. Charlotte never really challenged them. And then this ended up being the best game of the night outside of the late game. So appreciate everybody for coming out. We finally got a good, fun game. But we will be live tomorrow for the NBA Cup game. Oklahoma City versus Milwaukee. Cool, fun, should be a good game. Hopefully Giannis goes off, makes that a fun, interesting night, and they go back and forth. And then we're all off on Wednesday. No basketball games on Wednesday to even decide the stream. So we're all off on Wednesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. And then on Thursday when the Knicks are at Minnesota, a big emotional game. Karl-Anthony Towns returning to the team that drafted him. So we've got a couple of good games coming up. We got some videos working in the background, and things are going well. And I appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out with me tonight for what ended up being a great game. So I appreciate you guys. Brush your teeth, get a good night's sleep. It's cold outside, bundle up, especially if you're in the Northeast, and get to work safe. Take care of yourselves. It's flu season, it's COVID season. Someone in my family just got COVID, and they're sick as a dog. So take care of yourselves, stay safe out there, drink your fluids, and brush your teeth before you go to bed. I'm out, y'all. Good night. Bye.